Okay, guys, we are live! So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly 3.5 Dungeon Master today, because today we are carrying on with Chapter 2 of our Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition adventure that we started just before Halloween. It was intended to be a Halloween one-shot, but we had such a good time that we are coming back to see a conclusion of this. And if that is just because I want to revel in the glory that is a cerebrolith tearing apart some player characters, I think that is just a vicious and scurrilous rumor being spread by well, I guess me. But I do have the stars of the last session back again today, so the prospect of a angry cerebrolith was not enough to chase them off. Let me go the order I've got you guys on the screen here, and you can tell us who you are and who you're playing today. First up, we've got our resident armorsmith, Dave.
Hey, everybody. Make sure I'm not muted. Okay. And I'm with Dave, and I am playing Alisha Taliesin. She is a human paladin of St. Cuthbert. And are we third level?
You guys are sixth level, I think.
Sixth level, yeah.
Nice. And joining Alisha is George, our resident wordsmith.
Hey everybody, I'm George. I'm playing Bucharab Bent, who is a 6th level human archivist who also has a familiar, which is this albino raven. You can see depicted there, named Alabaster.
Nice. And now this is part 2. We did start this adventure at the time of recording. It's about 3 weeks ago, and we had not intended on having this be a two-parter. I'm more than happy, and we all were eager to get back to these characters in this game system. So we're going to go over what happened last time, but if keen viewers are noting that we've missed some things that happened last time, it is because we didn't take as careful notes as what perhaps we should have. I feel there's a lesson for me as a DM there, but I'm probably not going to... I'm just going to get really excited about using a cerebrolith again. That'll be the lesson I learned. So what do you guys recall having happened last time? And I'll see if I can assist with some visual cues here.
Cool. Well, I'll start, because it started with Alisha by herself at a temple of St. Cuthbert, and she had a note, a sealed letter was slid under her door, and she read it, and it was an invitation to meet somebody from the Inquisition. Mm-hmm. So she proceeded to go to this location, spoke to this individual, and they introduced her to Bucharab Bent, who is somebody who's done some work for the mysterious stranger a few times, or several times.
I think his brother Estwood was his name. Yes.
Brother Estwood, strangely enough, looks very cowboy-like. Never mind. Anyways,
No. Yeah. That guy has no name.
No, that guy has no name. Yes.
Good point.
And so she got introduced to Bucharab, and then we started off on an adventure to get some information.
Yeah. What was the issue? Do you recall anything about what the mystery was?
What's the name of the group, George? Do you have that written down?
The Deep Seekers.
Yes. They were making some inroads with some individuals and some groups.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you were put into contact with one of Brother Estwood's or not agents, what sources.
Yeah, a gnome named Nimrod. That's what I have. There it is. And Alisha, did you have your dream prior to your meeting Bucharab? You had a dream about a mark on the ground of something not of this earth that was absolutely evil.
Well, actually, that was something you asked me before we went into our meeting. After we'd been introduced, you asked me if I'd had a dream recently, or if I dreamt last night, and I said no. And then I'm like, well, I did, but okay. And then I shared it with you, and there was like some kind of evil marking on the ground in Giants Fall District in Threshold.
Yeah, at an alley.
At the edge of an alley, yeah.
Yeah. And so, which came into play later. And so we then met Nimrod, and he told us about the Deep Seekers, who were this band of adventurers. That included a couple of humans, a half-orc, a half-elf, and a gnome. There was a wizard, there was a priest, there was a paladin. We found out more as we went along. They had gone to the Giants Fall district, or had been operating out of the Giants Fall district, taking residence in this tenement.
On the outskirts of...
on the outskirts,
yeah.
Right. Near the district is what I wrote, yeah. We also noted, as you were saying, Dave, that we had discovered they were meeting with some groups. One was the Laborers Guild, specifically the Edgewater team. Mm-hmm. And secondly, House Odwin, which I believe I have in my notes said become more frequent, their meetings with House Odwin recently. And Nimrod gave us the address, and he knew they were planning something but wasn't sure what that was. And Edgewater, Team Edgewater has only been working with House Odwin as of recent times, and having to do with stuffing shit. So we found out about Deep Seekers, that they are from the east, Greyhawk and that, around there. And they originally came with a paladin of Hieronymus.
Yep.
A half-elf wizard, a priest of Bucharab, a half-orc that I didn't write down what is...
the half-orc was the paladin of Hieronymus, actually.
It was, okay. Oh, okay, all right. So, and then a human woodsman who was a ranger of the gnarly wood. And we discovered they'd been there for about 3 months. We heard about that there were horrors deep in the Underdark. And there was something called the Legion of Beelzebub.
Yeah, the Legion of Beelzebub was one of the... So we talked about the historical context for the adventure. The adventure takes place a year or so before the current day in our Night Below campaign. This is, for those viewers at home who may be following our ongoing Night Below campaign, this war story takes place a couple of years before that, and at the time, this is after the giant invasion, this takes place several months after our 4th edition war story, to be honest. Nimrod is actually John's character from those sessions. And Brother Estwood actually made an appearance in that adventure as well. What happened over the hungry winter while people were getting sick and whatnot, and beginning to effectively an epidemic began to kind of spread throughout the city. The focus was so much on the Giants Fall district where these undead had risen up that they missed the fact that this demonic cult, the Legion of Beelzebub, the Lord of Flies, arose within the city. And where the church was losing some station because of their inability or seeming inability to deal with this undead plague, the Inquisition was resurgent and very effectively crushed this cult that seemed to be found at all levels of society. So it has left a lot of people in the region, scared of shadows, because who knows what terror is going to come next, and who knows what unknown plots are being hatched. The Inquisition also, you guys found, went a little too far in their enthusiastic, how do we put it, prosecution of their stated duties, and Alisha was not a enthusiastic supporter of the Inquisition.
No.
So, that's much more than you asked for, but the Legion of Beelzebub, that's where that fits in.
That's great. And that I should mention, this is taking place in Thresholds for anybody who is watching the other sessions we've played. So, and one of the ways that we've been collecting information is I have an ability to speak with something has died within the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
being this back in the last 3 minutes. So that's been
very
really,
cool.
Turned out to be very, very helpful. Yeah, I love this archivist character class I've been mentioning.
So this is where our adventure is in Threshold, and our heroes have largely, in the main campaign, have been down here between Mildmore and Thurmaster, and currently somewhere deep in the southern Thornwood.
Except for our little war story that started off in Eastdale.
You guys did make your way up to Eastdale, yeah.
So we uncovered a lot of information in our investigation, but we started out by holing up across from this tenement where the Deep Seekers had their.
So that's actually not 100% accurate, only because you guys did make incredible use of the gather information skill.
Oh, that's right. We spent weeks, I think.
Couple of days.
Yeah, because you took a 20 on it.
That's right. That's right.
We gathered a bunch of information to learn about these guys, and we learned that they were staying at a house in Giants Fall District. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You learned a little about Odwin family as well, or House Odwin.
Which one of the individuals from the House Odwin was involved?
Oh, the name that comes. I won't jump ahead, but there's something you found in the Deep Seekers supplies as well that was a more explicit connection, and that name is Sir Drenar Odwin. I'll put that in chat. Great. Again, I know we all went to high school with a Drenar, but in the event that they spelled it with a Y, then here you go.
Exactly.
And I think it's Alisha who has knowledge nobility. Is that right?
Correct.
Would you give us a knowledge nobility check, just to get the dice rolling? I know we're going a little unorthodox here, not starting with a perception check, but let's just go with it and see where it goes.
Seems crazy, but okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. So yeah, we were watching that house. Oh.
You want to start some fortune that, or?
Yeah, let's get started properly, because...
Yeah. There you
go.
Hell
yeah.
Nice.
I think you have... so the Odwin family, House Odwin, is one of the founding families of Threshold before it became a theocracy. And House Odwin has they don't have a very strong connection to the church. They'll send some house members or whatnot, but they haven't secured a place the way that some other families have by just aligning themselves with the church. They're also traditionally not a mercantile family either, which is what made the connection with Edgewater team such an unusual thing for their family. I think you've met Drenar Odwin, and I think that the impression you likely drew from it, remember, you're effectively kind of like a very successful grunt, as it were, as a paladin up to this point. Having met this guy, he is everything insufferable about the nobility. He is pampered, entitled, and very dangerous. He was an extremely capable swordsman from when you saw. I think that perhaps when you saw him, it may have been in the course of a martial demonstration, and he did that insufferable thing that nobles do of well, perhaps you could show me now. And knowing that you're never going to fucking hurt them because, the price you would pay for injuring or maiming a noble would be much, but he pressed the attack as if it was life or death.
Yeah.
That is the impression you've got of Drenar Odwin.
Yeah. And then, so after our information gathering, we learned of this place where the Seekers were going to be, and we went and staked them out.
Yep.
And while we were staking them out, George had some kind of cool ability pop up because someone's ghost left the building.
Yes, that is true. So I can't remember who I got what information from because we encountered quite a few ghosts, unfortunately.
I think it was the half-orc paladin that had come running out of the building, if I remember correctly.
That's the first one that came out. And we'll eventually discover there was something going on, but so we kind of leapt down. We were heading over there. but I believe it was him that was saying, it was like kind of babbling almost incoherently in death, like his spirit, about it's going to get them. It killed you all, like, and this idea, the arrival of the Black Star came up. And I think we ultimately discovered that Black Star is also a reference to the Black Brotherhood, which is a extremist part of the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Themselves well known to be extremely chill.
Yeah, this is exactly. They just like to hang out and wear red robes.
Oh yeah, their giant eyes that are kind of twitching. They're like, those Black Brotherhood guys are fucking nuts.
We had heard about. We had heard that the those who lurked below had betrayed this party. That was the Eaters.
Yes.
They had writhing tentacles and tearing beaks, the body of a cephalopod, or whatever you pronounce it. It was basically a grell.
Yeah.
I had heard of it. I'm being an archivist, had heard of these kinds of fiends.
Mm-hmm.
And they're these kind of this is a soldier among his kind with horrific gifts in the ways of the mind. And they could change their location at will, seize control of minds, cause hallucinations, tear apart.
Something. Sorry, clear. The thing you're talking about is what the Grell called to deal with these people.
Oh,
right.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Because we went inside and there were 3 bodies on the main floor, and then we went up to the second floor and there was 2 more freshly killed bodies, and whatever had slain them. With the beak and the whatever had completely vanished in the room with no traces, and Bucharab thought they had teleported or done some kind of self-relocation or something.
Yeah. And the references in, I think the stuff you're talking about the tentacles and whatnot, that stuff is probably in the supplemental stuff he found in here, their notes and whatnot. There was something about the Shothra Got on the ceiling that was carved in there too. The Black Star.
Yes.
Or the inside. Yeah, the ceiling, not the roof. And the thought was not that the Grell had come here, but that the Grell had summoned something. A horrific creature skilled in the invisible art, as scholars in the great city of Greyhawk call it.
So with this group completely destroyed, we immediately thought of checking on the laborers, the Edgewater Guild?
Edgewater team.
The Edgewater team? Yeah. And so we raced to another location, and we're, again, too late to stop more deaths from happening. We'd gone to a different neighborhood, burst into the house. Oh, there's a fancy little creature. Yeah, we were in this neighborhood, went into one of these houses, and again, a bunch of dead bodies. And when we were done our search and we were leaving, there was a child and their mom standing out.
There was one thing that happened before that.
Oh, we fought some creatures. They were like dogs, weren't they? Belching demons? Yeah.
Yeah. You heard something upstairs. The two of you worked together.
Fought the belching demons, and then when we were leaving, there was a child and their mom standing outside, and the mother had tried to dissuade us from continuing to follow the path we were on, searching for answers, because she had been mind controlled by something.
Yeah, she said to let it go.
Worth noting, the way that Bucharab's ability works is that he has, I think it's a 3-minute window.
Yeah.
After something dies, its spirit will linger for 3 minutes, and Bucharab can attempt to interact with it. I had forgotten that actually at the end of the session, and George remembered, which was fucking awesome. Because what happened to the mother?
That's the part that I don't remember. I just have like in all caps a cerebralist.
Her head, because her daughter, you may remember, was like telling her mom, I'm cold, I want to go inside, I'm cold. And the mother, seemingly unaware of that, tears running down her face, told you guys to let it go or to leave it be. And when you tried to go past, her head violently rotated, shattering her spine and dropping down. The daughter started screaming. Alisha, I think, picked her up and was going to bring her along. And Bucharab, that's when you were like, her spirit, and her spirit arrived. Her spirit pointed up, and that's when you were able to see truly the only monster that might rival an owl bear for a special place in my heart.
Yeah. And that's when Bucharab's looking up, that's when the child started maniacally laughing in my hands instead of crying because of its dead mother.
Yeah, right. And we shared that the mechanics of 3.5 psionics are such that you can spend extra power points to have certain things target more than one target. So
that's awesome. I mentioned one other key piece of information that we discovered that ties us into the overall campaign as well, is that the Black Brotherhood are devotees of the Elder Eye.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's what it was in the scene. It wasn't Shroth Grad, it was those spirals carved in there.
Spirals were on the ceiling, yes.
Yeah.
Which will definitely play into the current time, because we saw some spirals recently, and that would have been like the second time at least that Alisha had seen them.
Yeah, and I don't know if, like, the in the main campaign, we've had characters come across the Scarlet Brotherhood, but the only person to have anyone reference the Black Brotherhood was Nox. When that monk, a Scarlet Brotherhood monk, came to him while you guys were in, actually not far from where you are now. Oh no, someone's upset. Poor guy. I think he knows what's going to happen with the cerebralist.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't like the look of that mind demon.
Well, he's taken damage already.
Oh,
so he needs a band-aid.
Psychic damage?
No, I think real actual physical damage.
Physical damage. Must have failed the dex save.
Unlike us, a band-aid will fix this problem.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't make band-aids big enough for these problems, George.
Yeah, really.
That's true.
They make a band-aid big enough to hurt my knees.
Right. Exactly. Actually, the other day, Darwin came walking out of my room, and he was carrying something. Like, what do you have there? And you had to, to get to where this was, you'd have to, put in some effort. And he came walking, he's like, can you pin this on me? And I'm like, what is it? And he goes, this.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Are you kidding me? So, right? You wanted me to pin that on you.
That's awesome. All right, so
corrupting.
We see our heroes here.
So the Siths always go in twos. Is that right? How it works? Master and Padawan.
Right. And the question is, which is which?
Okay, hold on. I need to.
I'm not sure who's controlling who here.
There we go. Okay. I forgot this was a map I set up for our 4th edition one, and I had done the double layer thing, so we can go inside the building or to see the outside. It's quite helpful. So, guys, I don't want to panic. George already has his hands full, quite literally, but
here we go.
There's a turn order, and allow me to show you where you see this thing, and to give you a sense of its size, because I think the spirit of that woman is who pointed out where this thing was. Her hand simply went up, and you saw this up there, as large as an ogre, and seemingly spying down on you. So, then, Guys, if you could, and now these I don't think you can get away with not clicking on your tokens. You will need to click on your token in order to roll initiative for this.
Okay.
Okay. Dang it. I tried to sneak it in. And I was just about to hit enter, and then yours showed up, Alisha. I'm like, gotta start all over. All right, and I have one more thing I need to add in here.
Innocent child. Innocent child, can you run away? I need you to have an initiative.
Let's see here. Here we go, and them nat 20, baby. Wow.
This is just a side note and really not relevant to the game itself, but one of the things I've always loved about the third edition and 3.5 edition is the little like faint lines on the page. I don't know what, something about that design, but like having grown up writing on loose leaf when I was a kid, I guess that just kind of like, oh, there's line, so good.
There's a lot of aesthetic things about third edition that I forgot how much I loved. The Todd Lockwood art, the Sam Wood art, like Fang Dragon is my favorite illustration in the game, and it's from this edition. Cerebral Lith, also Sam Wood.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so, all right. So then, what we have is Alisha is beginning to move away. You have the child in your arms. But this thing gets to go first. And Bucharab, did you make any effort to try and conceal? I imagine you didn't have the time to really put thought into whether you're going to like look up there or whether you're going to try and surreptitiously look.
Yeah, I mean, it happened so quickly. I think I just looked.
Okay.
I don't think I was surreptitious about it.
Let me see if it... Oh, yes. So it's tough to tell whether you've locked eyes with this thing because its eyes are very hard to see. But it seems to look at you, and then its whole upper torso kind of moves, articulating that strange exposed brain, spinal column that makes up its body. And it seems as if something in the alleyway is responding to an unheard command.
Oh.
Now, one of these things is my initiative tracker, so you need not worry about there being 5 of them. But you really should be concerned that there are 4.
Right.
All right, so then... that's what this thing seems to do. And you can hear from around the corner these that same grunting, stinking creature. 1, 2, 3, 4 come racing up towards you. It's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you can only get to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. And I have made them small because you can fit 2 small creatures in the same square.
Okay, cool.
Okay. They are only able to come scrambling out, and they've like barely able to reach you before it'll go to the next turn. That is it for them. Alisha, would you give us a listen check, please? Not as an action. This is just... no modifiers to it. Nice. So, Alisha, on top of the crying of this child in your arms, you also turn around and you can see there are 4 of those disgusting demon things that have just come racing out towards Bucharab. Almost as if they were waiting in... And like, when you see them, it's just barely as they reach him. And with a 19... Is this child laughing? What are you doing? What's your action?
Cuthbert, forgive me. She
brains the kid.
puts the kid down in the stacked crates so that hopefully she doesn't know if it requires eye contact with the creature in order to be possessed or whatnot, but she sets it down in the crates so that hopefully it breaks line of sight and or even be just behind the crates.
So it'll be like a step and then a move to put her down. So you still have a standard action.
Standard action.
Yeah.
I will move next to Bucharab.
Okay.
With my standard action.
Now, the thing is, I'm trying to remember how the things work. Can you step when you also move?
No, the step is the move.
Right.
It takes your move.
So I
and then you could sacrifice your action, your standard action, to then move. So you could step and move, but you couldn't do any other actions in that turn.
Yeah, and you can't interrupt your move in 3.5.
That's right.
Unless you get a feat.
Yeah, that's true. Mobility,
so I'm not... She wouldn't be able to gently put the kid down, essentially.
Gently putting the kid down would be a move equivalent action. It just means that you wouldn't be able to step, put the kid down, and then move again.
Oh, right. But, okay, so if you... I see what you're saying. So she basically puts the kid down behind her and says, "Run away," and then it's going to move forward.
Yes, that you absolutely can do. Yeah. Okay.
Because then that eliminates the step piece.
Bucharab, what are you doing?
First, I seeing these creatures come around the corner. Obviously, we have encountered them before, but my mind instantly goes through my Rolodex of various creatures to see if I recall anything about them.
Yeah, let me see quickly here. I can't remember what the duration of your ability is. Here we go.
Oh, that's a good question. It tells me how long the effect lasts if I'm successful, but it...
Oh, how long does it last?
1 minute. 1 minute.
Probably more than a minute's gone by, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay, so then, that is a move action to do that. So go ahead and give us these. Oh, and these are the planes.
Planes, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Knowledge points. Where is it? There it is. Coming up here.
Nice.
21. All right, so not quite as 25, which would be great, but...
Yeah.
So we all get +1 to attack rolls against the target and +1 on saving throws against it, whatever abilities they may.
Yeah. How long does a line weapon last?
A line weapon? That is an excellent question. I wonder how I could look that up. Oh, I have a book here.
Justifying purchases.
Exactly.
We're in the business of here.
That's right. I got this for a good deal. In fact, of course, not shockingly, got it from Noble Knight. Taking advantage of the discount.
Yeah.
And it sent it right away in great condition.
So it'll be 6 minutes.
Yeah. In the neighborhood. I don't know if it's...
I think we'll say that, Alisha, you've got 1d4 rounds of a line weapon still active.
You want to make the roll, Dave?
Sure.
Great. All right, and then...
2 rounds, okay?
Okay. All right, so I kind of, yell out to Alisha, some of this dark knowledge that I have of these creatures, look out for its claws, and, just think about a fortress in your mind. It will help shield you, or whatever.
Oh, you mean against the cerebrolith?
No. It just with these things. I'm just
Okay,
like that's like to give that plus why there's a saving throw bonus.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then I will. I think using a wand actually does provoke attacks of opportunity.
Yes, it does.
Correctly.
Yeah.
Although
you could make a concentration check to cast defensively.
Yes, right.
Yeah, DC 15 plus whatever level of spell you're trying to use.
Yeah, let me do that. I'm gonna just cast just to start. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember how long Mage Armor lasts. I know I cast it last time.
Yeah, I can check that for you.
It's not that long. I think it's like 1 hour or something.
I cleaned out my office this weekend or last weekend, so I'm ready to make a new stack, and I got a stack of open 3.5 books right now.
Oh, nice.
Armor is an hour per level.
1 hour, one per level. Okay, so 6 hours. Okay,
yes,
so my Mage Armor would still be up. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So then I will cast. I'm going to cast a magic missile. So it'll be 16 DC 16.
Yep.
Concentration check. So let's try here. Oh, astonishing fortune.
Not a bad plan.
Oh God, you gotta be kidding me.
What is your concentration? You must have a...
My concentration is plus 8.
What is this here? Oh, this
8,
is
and I
neat.
rolled a 4.
If you see how there's a hyperlink in there, it takes you to the AD&D wiki.
Wait, where's the?
So, like, see where it says concentration check?
Yeah.
If you hover over concentration, it's a hyperlink.
Wait, hold on.
Like each of the skills, where it says the word of the skill, it's a hyperlink to the AD&D wiki entry for that thing.
Yeah, even like the knowledge and the listen checks.
Yeah.
Wait, why am I?
That's interesting.
Not
in the chat.
Oh, in the chat.
In the chat.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, yeah, not on the character
I'm
sheet.
looking at my character sheet. Oh, that's pretty freaking great.
Okay.
So I am down one astonishing fortune. Let me get rid of that.
Then concentration.
And that's all I can. So
hold on, I'm just checking right now. Using Rules Compendium.
Oh yeah, that's a great book.
I was reading it today. If it fails, the related act also fails with any appropriate consequences. Your effort is wasted, just as if concentration had been disrupted by a distraction.
Yeah. So I start casting my spell, trying to focus and concentrate, but these things are just in our faces, and therefore I.
Just for we have anyone in. Rules is written, you can't use concentration to cast from a spell, but we don't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just...
Well...
It's saving me comments.
I failed anyway.
2 years from now, I'll get a comment. So...
Right. And just FYI, Kev, I cannot change my... I cannot change any of my... For some reason, on my token, I cannot change my hit points or my... for some reason...
Hold up.
Yeah, it won't let me.
Hold up. It's. Oh, shit. This might be on. Come on, Madison.
Yeah, it doesn't even. When I double click it, it doesn't even show me in my bars.
Yeah.
Like in the pop up.
Should be. There you go. Yours should work fine now. Let me just quickly do Alicia's.
Yep. Perfect.
Just in case I haven't.
Thank you. I want to cheat.
Oh, and Alicia's is set up that way, so I fucked up when I set up yours.
We're good.
All right.
Okay, so that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay, so you sort of trying to get things going. All right, then it is this thing's turn. Both of you, or each of you, I should say, can hear a disgusting, guttural laugh in your mind. And then it vanishes.
Okay.
Then what time is it, guys? Do you see? It is Dretch o'clock. So all right. So Bucharab.
Yes.
I can make a full attack on you. Ooh, what is your AC?
Yeah, great question. I closed my book before I think it's a 13.
Oh, I've got it right here.
Is it +4? Or
16. Oh, remember Mage Armor you didn't cast because Archivist can wear a chainmail.
Oh, right. That's right.
So you have that spell slot left still.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. So 16. Yeah.
16. All right. So then the first one at the top there, 2 disgusting claws. One does manage to connect, I think. Just barely. Oh, 7 points of damage.
All right.
And then its disgusting pig bat face tries to bite you, but that is a miss. The second one is going to repeat the same thing. Neither of the claws hits, and the disgusting bite misses. Oh, a stinking paladin. So without your shield up... Oh, no, you would have had your shield up, Alisha. It's just your weapon that's away, probably, right?
Yeah. Okay,
does your weapon... I can't remember if you've got anything that is like parrying or anything. No. No. Okay, so 24. Holy smokes. All right, here we go, Alisha. I've got 2 claws on you. Neither of those hits. A bite. Does not hit. 2 claws. Neither hits. And a bite. Does not hit. All right. So that was their turn. I think they're going to have to change up their tactics next round. Alisha, you were up. What are you doing?
Out comes the weapon.
Okay, it's a move action. And then?
Hammer, heavy mace, smacking.
Okay. And this is your last round where it is aligned with good.
Okay.
Then your mace becomes indifferent afterwards. So a teenager, effectively.
Exactly. Whatever,
man. All right, so that is a solid hit. The one directly in front of you?
Yep. I can't remember how strong they are, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. You got power attack, too, I think. You can feel some of its twisted infernal flesh breaking under the weight of your hammer or your mace, and I think as you bring it back, there is a light, like a golden glow that fades from it.
Well, there's not a second attack button.
There is, but you can't do a
attack.
You can't do a full attack because you drew a weapon.
Right. Okay.
Right, because you need to. All you had was a standard action available. Okay, Bucharab.
Okay. I have been in these situations before, so I'm going to use my move action to take a step.
Okay.
To disengage, and then I'm going to use a move action to actually move. I'm going to standard attack right from standard action, I should say, to actually.
Oh, wait, hold on. That was what we went through. Oh, you're taking your move action to step, and then you're going to take a standard action to... Yeah. Never mind. Ignore me.
So I have a speed of 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because I've been in these situations before, and I've seen many comrades lost, and my spells may be completely ineffectual if I stay up in combat with them. So I'm going to at least try to get away from them. Okay. And let's see what happens.
All right, then
I have your back. Do not worry. I'm not abandoning you.
I am your shield.
These things. All right. So this first one. 2, 3, 4, and then let's see. Okay, I am checking. For those listening at home, we don't run 3.5 really much at all, so my apologies.
Yeah.
If I'm going to look stuff up. Okay, so actually, it is trying. You can feel that as it gets close to you, there is a twisted infernal will that tries to do something to startle you. And while you hear like a flutter of your heart for a briefest second, you are far too powerful for this to affect you.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, then these things It will step in here. Let me move it over just so I can get it into contact with you, Alisha.
I think Al's gonna squawk. Not gonna work.
Nice try. All right, so then Alisha, I do not have any flanking, so those claws miss. Those 22. Does that hit you?
24.
24. Okay, and then those are not good. And then I got 3 bites on you, and I'll just roll all those at once. None of them managed to connect. You're able to keep these things at bay. And these things are about the size of like a Great Dane. Like they're large. They're not a human. Well, smaller than that. They're about the size of a German Shepherd. Big dog, like big pigs. Big sows, I think is how I was describing them before. Then it is, speaking of Alisha, your turn. What are you doing?
Full attack action.
Nice.
Gonna power attack the first one and hopefully finish the first one off.
If you power attack, remember that applies to all of your attacks that round. You can't split it up.
Yep.
Okay.
Attack bonus, so go.
I think it prompts for power attack on the character sheet, doesn't it? When you make an attack, like a full attack, I think it'll prompt for a power attack.
Well, just ask me for my attack bonus and attack damage. So I'm going to put -3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right, because it'll change for each time.
And don't forget, you're getting a +1 from me as well, from my dark knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't put the plus sign?
Don't put the plus sign, otherwise the world...
But I'm going to put a minus sign. Okay.
You get tech support from Tharos Dune.
Yeah, exactly. Which is just like, they never get to you. That's the hell that you live in.
Exactly. Okay, and let's see here. Check the AC of these things. Okay. So that is a solid hit. But it's not. Shit. It's not aligned anymore.
This is the last round of alignment.
No, it had 2 rounds.
Oh, one with my move round and then this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So then on this one, oh, thank God. Okay, actually, that is more than enough still. I for some reason thought they had DR10. I was like, this is going to be fucking brutal, but they do not.
Yeah.
So you slam this thing, and in spite of it being less effective, you just crunch this thing in, and then your follow-up strike is attack 2. That one is not going to be a hit, though. They are... In spite of how bulky and hideous these things are, they are quite nimble.
Yeah, that was only an 8, so I need to roll better.
Yeah, all right. Then it is Bucharab's turn. What are you doing, Bucharab?
This is what I'd like to do. I'd like to send Alabaster to fly over to Alisha, like basically maybe a light on this crate potentially,
Yep.
so that it can touch Alisha, because I can deliver my touch spells through.
Yes,
my
absolutely.
familiar. Okay, so I communicate like in a speaking to the raven in its own tongue.
Yeah.
And tell Al to fly over there, land there, and then cast. I will cast Aligned Weapon.
Nice.
Back to good.
Is it a touch spell?
Yes, it's a touch
Oh,
spell.
that's incredible.
Yeah. All right. So Dave, I've cast it for good. So it's aligned to good again, and it'll last for where to go. Aligned weapon for.
It's like 1 minute per level, I think.
Yeah, that sounds. Yes, correct.
Yeah, because we said it was only 6 minutes last time, so
correct.
The thing once again shines brightly with Cuthbert's grace. You have a move action too, Bucharab.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just to be safe, try to continue to move away without being too far away. So I'll only move 20 feet back, basically.
Okay, you got it.
Dave, then. Yeah.
Then it is these things' turn. All right, so let's do the attacks first here. I've only got 2 sets of claws. Oh, but they can step. And oh, are they? Yeah. They step in. And Alisha, they are now flanking you. What's your flat-footed AC? What's your dex bonus?
23. 3 is my flat-footed. I only have a dex bonus of 1.
Oh, nice. So that's actually not that bad.
She's like, oh, you think flank?
Here we go. Flanking. Oh, flanking just gives +2. It's not flat-footed. It's not like later editions. I had my doubts. I was like, I'm going to look it up again. Again, so I'm going to save, 3 years from now, a comment. That's not how that works.
That's right.
Yeah. So you got +2 to hit you. That's the way it works. All right. Here we go. So I got claws first. 2 hits, 1 possible crit. Not a crit. So only 2 hits. Alisha, you take 7 and 4 points of damage. And we got 2 bites on you.
Is there DR in this?
There's not, unless you got some special ability.
You got it, yeah.
Although your character, let's see here, did you have something that gives you DR?
Monsters do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
In this case.
I don't think so.
I don't think you do, no.
Nope.
No, okay, so then... so what did I say? 7 and 4, so 11 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay, and then bites. But they're not able to get through. It's only those little sneaky bites. So then, this thing, the other one that is still trying to keep up with Bucharab. This thing steps another one forward, and then you can see its eyes seem to undulate, like as if the pupils are like and malforming, and there is a disgusting, stinking miasma that comes up around you. And we need a fortitude save from you, please.
Okay. Right. Here we go.
And I'm gonna...
Let me see if it gives me... Okay, then that's be +1, so it'll be 26.
Nice! All right, so you...
I've smelled this stink before.
You will have to, if you stay... I'm going to draw the cloud in a sec here. If you stay in the cloud, you have to make a new save each round.
Okay.
But you are totally unaffected by this.
Right. Okay.
Awesome.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I smelled worse than hell, creature.
That's right.
Okay, so let me just draw this here. Oh, this thing's freaking huge. Stinking cloud covers a large area. 20.
One of my favorite spells.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not, George, I played a wizard.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me about this wizard class you...
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Right.
Well, not one of those wizards, but...
Yeah, gotcha.
What am I doing here? 10, 20... I don't know why I'm having such a hard time getting this fucking radius down. My brain is just shutting down. It's like 1, 2, 3... Oh, there, I've gone again. I've gone cross-eyed. 10,
DM drug.
20... Because it'd be 40 on a side, right? That's what this should be?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so 10, 20, 35, so it should be one more down. It should be one more. This is about as good as it's going to get. I really do apologize. This is causing...
No.
10,
that's what I need
20,
to know.
30, 40. Accidentally right. Once again, I'd rather be lucky than smart.
Right,
so
this is true.
This covers this whole area, and you can hear this thing because it doesn't realize that you've been unaffected. It's cackling like this disgusting seizing sound. Alisha, what are you doing?
So she's fought a lot of martial combat. I'm trying to remember if in 3.5 there's multiple attacks of opportunity per person, or if it's just if you did get one, you'd get one.
No, if you get one attack of opportunity, you will get the one. The only thing that extra attacks of opportunity give you is an opportunity to attack more than one target.
Okay.
Combat reflexes doesn't let you keep hitting the thing. Once you do your attack of opportunity, it's done.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
she's going to move and attack this thing.
Okay, so I will have 2 attacks of opportunity on you. Do you have any... Okay, only one of them will get a flanking bonus, actually. Because you're not moving out... You're not moving out of... Oh, how does it work in... Is it moving out of a square?
Yeah.
Or...
Moving, I believe it's moving out of its... If it's of its threat.
So in that square, when she moves to there, this one, it gets an attack. And it's got a flank, right?
I think it's even if you move around it.
Moving out of a threatened square. 2 methods of movement allow you to avoid it. 5-foot steps and withdraw. Moving out of more than one square threatened by the same opponent in the same round doesn't. Yeah, so because they threaten that square, because you're not stepping and you're not withdrawing, the active movements, you can't like shift around for free.
Right. Yeah. Like in 5e, you can totally do that, but but
if she moves, when she gets to there, this one's already got an attack of opportunity.
Right. That's what I was trying to see is the other one. I wanted to know if both of them, because if both of them will get an attack of opportunity on you, they'll get the flanking bonus of +2.
Right.
Right. So, one of them managed to connect. Alisha, 3 points of damage as you're going away, but you race over. So as your move, and would you like to attack next?
Yeah, and she's going to power attack this guy.
Fuck yeah.
So...
Yeah, you can power attack up to...
-6.
Yeah, that's huge.
But I got a plus... Is there a +1 from that as well?
Yes.
From my dark knowledge.
Yep.
And hit and damage?
Just
hit.
Just single attack. So I'll take -5 +1.
+6. Oh, one of the pre-gens I made for Conan, for the Mongoose Conan, has power attack and uses a greatsword. And like, it's just fucking abuse of how much damage that he does.
That's awesome.
So it's actually your character from it's the recreation of your character from our last Conan session, 2d20.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay, so you race in, and this thing is sent screaming back to the abyss. It's cackling away. You race over, and the divine power of, say, Cuthbert sends it back. Bucharab.
I'm aware of what this magic can do, so I'm going to move 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, up here next to Alisha.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast a spell.
I'm just going to check one thing. Hold up here.
Please.
Sorry, I'm going to check and see if it's ending your turn or starting your turn.
It looked like ending, but you should check
to
make sure that's
if
true.
You've looked it up already.
Well, but it's not 100% clear.
Which is on your turn.
Yeah, so that's what is, Does that mean when you start your turn? I don't know.
A good question.
But I'm happy to make a saving throw.
No, and Rules Compendium actually is quite helpful for some of this shit.
Cool.
So let me just quickly see what saving throws. Spell descriptions. Senses, saving throws. I'm going to say end of turn for now. I don't see an obvious...
But also you moved out of the cloud, right? So
yeah, but the thing is...
but it's when I take the roll.
The spell itself doesn't say whether you start your turn or whether you end your turn. So it just says that if you're in the cloud, you have to make a save.
Yeah.
But... yeah, so I'll just... It's fine. I'll be end of turn for now, and I'll look it up afterwards. So, Bucharab, so that's your move action? You still have a standard?
Yes, which is going to be to cast a Burning Hand spell, which will only get this one here.
Okay.
It is going to be 64. It's going to get
You made your successful lore check. You would be aware that these types of creatures have, being where they come from, enormous resistances to acid, cold, and fire.
Okay, so instead, this is my other option that I was going to choose is to cast my other magic missile. No, sorry, to use
you
my.
got your wand in your hand still, right?
I do. I was going to say I'm going to cast it from the wand.
Nice.
Which is at level 3, so it'll be 2d4.
Go ahead.
Plus 2.
Okay. Nice. So you're Harry Pottering that thing.
Yep. I got 8 charges left on that.
All right. So this thing screams in pain, and then it is their turn. So this is not a sustained effect, so it just stays there. That's gross.
Yeah.
This one that you hit is going to charge you, and the other one is going to not charge because I don't have enough distance. Well, the other one could, I guess. Nah. Okay, so I just want the AC penalty. So the one comes scrambling in on you, Bucharab. It only gets 1 claw. That is a miss. Yes. You knocked it off balance. And then Alisha, the one coming in on you. Fucking 18. Very close, but your shield gets in the way. Alisha, your turn. What are you doing?
She's not flanking. Attack bonus. -5.
Nice. Damage plus 6.
Not 6. Just 6, not plus.
No, not plus 6, exactly. Add 6. Oh no!
Well, the first attack is going to be on the one in front.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's neither of those is able to connect. A 14 to hit and a 7 to hit is not quite good enough. These things are very nimble, and if he had charged, it would have been, but they didn't want to get struck by that blessed mace of yours. Do you want Astonishing Fortune that?
Actually, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So second, first, same as the first. Here we go. Come on. Yeah!
Nice.
And then, wait. Crit is, 7. Yeah. A1, 2. Okay, so it's not a crit, but still. Alisha, what does it look like as you clear this street of demons?
I think it's just, she raced back to, help Bucharab by getting the one that was chasing him. And then he came running up. She's like, no, stay behind me. And so she just, in a fury, just starts swinging the mace back and forth.
All right, both of those are well and truly felled. There's nothing but a very disgusting, melting or, oozing lump that is slowly phasing its way back to hell. Technically, the abyss.
Right. I say to Alisha, do not worry, I am learning some tactics from you. I was planning to just step away and hopefully it would follow so you could attack it when it was focused on me.
And I think Alabaster lands back on your staff. What you would know, Bucharab, because of your role from before, fiends such as this mind demon, they often can pull from hell once they have entered into the mortal realm minions or auxiliaries to come and fight their fights for them. These things scholars refer to as dretches, one of the lowest levels of foot soldiers in the armies of the Abyss.
I will convey all of that to Alisha, trying to make it as least esoteric as possible, so that it will actually be helpful information.
Where do we find this creature, this bone creature that is up on the roof?
That is an excellent question.
Do we try House Ottawa?
I think
or
that
a place that...
Dave, is your mic set somewhere different?
Oh yeah, sorry. It was
that's right. Okay, no, I was like, your new headset's been awesome for volume. I was like, why is it so quiet?
No, I was coughing earlier, so I raised it up.
Okay.
So,
but here's the upside, Bucharab. That call for reinforcements, only once per sunset.
Yes, if we can find it before the next sunset, we will not be able to summon allies once again from the abyss. I read that in dark tomes. Yes, I think perhaps you are onto something with visiting House Odwin.
Yeah, or perhaps a place where Drenner would be.
Yes.
So House Odwin would have a number of different residences across the city. Okay. With your rule of 24 from earlier, Alisha, I think when the name, while you're doing gather information and the name of Sir Drenner Odwin comes up, you will know his family. His parents are Lord Rothus Odwin and Lady Virus Odwin.
And where does Drenner hang out? Or
hang out? I don't think
his home.
You would know where his home is. You could gather information, but that would take time.
No, we're going straight to his house.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Can't.
We're charged by the Inquisition. They'll answer to us, or they'll answer to someone else.
Okay.
Yes.
Then, would you kindly? Let me think here.
Pick up the child.
So if you turn around, actually, to the child, let me bring us back to here. That's where I want to go.
I'll like try to put my mace away and slough off some of the demon sludge from smashing them to bits.
Yeah.
Sorry, you had to see that.
What you find, hold on, I think this is, oh yeah, this has got the same issue. Here we go. And just going to give George access to his token here. I'll let you guys adjust to how much Astonishing Fortune you have right now. I can't remember.
I've got one.
Okay, nice. What happens, Alisha, is as you turn around, you can see that the girl seems to have, unfortunately, run into the stinking cloud and was caught in it. So she's finishing retching up whatever her dinner was. And then she looks over, and at a glance, you can tell that whatever malign influence may have been over her is completely gone, and all you see right now is a deeply confused and injured child.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to use some healing on myself quick.
Okay, like lay on hands or a spell?
Yeah. Lay on hands.
You can split that up as much as you like as well.
My lay on hands is 18 points.
Yeah, 18 points per day, split up however you like. You also have your spirit, your divine spirit ability. That one's a little more restricted.
Yeah. Do you need some healing, my friend?
I can give myself some healing. That is okay. I appreciate the offer, though. Or am I down? Down 8.
So I'm at 39.
So you're 19 down.
Yeah, so I'll just give myself the full 18.
Okay.
Actually, does the girl look injured or just sick?
Not, I mean, like bumps and bruises and whatnot that kids have, but she does turn though, and I think as you're, focusing your divine power to rejuvenate, she's calling out her mom's name.
Yeah. So I'm going to shout out for the guard, for the watch.
That's
and
amazing.
Go and run into the cloud and scoop up the girl. Run out the other side.
Okay.
Oh, got to get back to where her mom's body is. And
you're bringing the girl back to her mom's body?
Well, to near where her mom's body is. She doesn't need to see it necessarily, but like I need to give her to the guard and let them know
This is pretty much right outside where you guys are right now. Like that whole area you thought was almost immediately outside of where Bucharab had just stepped outside when all this shit happened, right?
Okay, then I'll go get the girl and bring her back to the Bucharab side of the thing, not to her mom's body then.
Well, that's where Bucharab is the Mahdi. Remember, like, the door opened, you guys ran into this woman, her neck broke.
Right. We didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a diplomacy check, Alisha? Let's see how well you manage to calm this child down. Yeah. There is, as much as a rough and tumble warrior as you are, there's just a reassuring presence that you're able to bring. What is it you tell her to calm her down?
I tell her to come here and we'll get somebody to take care of her. Find one of her neighbors that she can stay with for now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go kick down the first door that I see and
sure
deposit said child with neighbor.
Okay. I think, like, with all the noise and whatnot, people have started poking their heads out as well. You're able to find someone who says that they'll take her.
Okay.
So when you do that, Bucharab, what have you been doing other than amazing heals?
Yeah. I think I'm just going around and investigating. I'm looking for, looking through the remains of these Dretch to see if there's something different about them, something strange, and I think maybe what I'll do to
healing is a max +5.
Oh,
+1 per caster level, max +5.
Oh, weird. So in my book, I'm looking at Cure Light Wounds mass. No wonder. Sorry, which had +25 was the max.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But either way, that was enough. I only was down 8, so
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Just I'm being self-conscious of like.
No, that's good.
Is that right? Or the rule?
Yeah, so. No, I was looking at it. It was the next entry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes.
Okay, well, that's good to know about Cure Mass. That's pretty fucking cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I do not have it, but it's cool. So I think in order to, I thought, do I not have? I thought I had detect magic, but.
Do you have a scroll or something else that allows you to do that?
I do. No.
Well, here, give us a knowledge planes check. Let's see what.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's see if there's anything that comes from that.
All right. Okay, skills. Here we go. Knowledge.
My knowledge of the planes is limited, so I can assume that we'll interpret your dice. That's pretty good.
21.
So, nothing you see dispels your conviction that these things were simply summoned as effectively a distraction by this thing. If this cerebrolith truly wished to face you would not send these things and then trust them to get the job done.
Right.
You have a suspicion that unless this creature thought so little of you that it was convinced its minions could beat you, then it did this as a delaying action, or it did it because it did not have time to engage you properly.
Uh-huh.
Does that tell you anything about?
Yeah, so I once I get Alisha aside, I'm concerned that that creature has a timetable of some kind. We may be running out of time before it carries out whatever its ultimate plan is.
And we must act quickly.
What you would know of Bucharab, just to give you further insight too, the way that these things are summoned, in some cases, it is a limited time that they're able to be out of the pit. So this thing may be facing a ticking clock itself in order to complete its task.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll basically explain that to Alisha. Like when creatures of this sort, these fiends, are summoned and given a task of some kind, which is usually why they are brought forth from the abyss. They only have a certain amount of time to carry that out before it's too late. It seems to be in a hurry.
Well, then we are in. Make as much haste as we can as well to the Oddwinds.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So, if you guys wish to, let's do this. I'm going to bring you over to House Oddwin. And I think we'll use this. I've got nothing but daylight pictures here. And let me delete these guys, because I think these might be the wrong version. There we go. And this is not the main. What you know is that the house of Lord Routhus Odwin is not the like family estate. He's one of the prominent members of it, but this is not like ancient House Odwin, you know, or the estate of the Odwins. They're an offshoot, still influential and quite powerful, but. And you would actually, Alisha, know Lady Virus Odwin is a wizard of no small accomplishment. A gifted diviner, it's said.
That is information she will share right now with Bucharab.
Okay.
Must keep watch on her when we encounter her.
So then, as you guys approach, I think you were at sunset when you guys reached here, right?
Sounds right.
Sounds right. So it would be slightly after sunset, dusk. There's the sound of people still going about their business. This is well away from the Giants Fall district, so you will not hear the omnipresent moans and unquiet spirits of the Giants Fall district this far. But as you approach the exterior of the Odwin house, and I wonder if I've got a better, darker illustration here. Let's see.
Just in case Cav wanted to throw in some vampires and
or Tarantino, who is
a cameo by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Let me do this, guys. This is a little too Victorian for this, but I think it'll give you the appropriate, a more appropriate, wrong button, more appropriate feel for this. Leave the tokens. So, take the tokens, leave the cannoli is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. I think one of the things I discovered about how Bucharab must have been operating over the past, whatever amount of time he's been working for the Inquisition in the field is that he really relies a lot on Alabaster, because he needs to sort of stay away, but a lot of his spells are touch spells. Whether they're healing spells or protection spells or that sort of thing. He does need to be near his allies, but he needs to be away from the enemies. So Alabaster is a key to helping him. So he really relies on him. So he's very concerned about Alabaster's safety as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's also his pet, right, and his friend.
And he's his pet. Yes, yeah. I think he sees them almost as equals in a way.
It's got to be interesting the way he interacts with them then, too.
Yeah, I think that alters that a bit. So I'm gonna
speaking of pets and best friends, why don't we take our mid-session break so I can see what's causing Anna Banana to go bananas, and then we will come back and we'll see what awaits you inside. Again, this is much more steampunky and whatnot than in Victorian era, but I think the vibe and the colors are much closer than the bright sunny streets.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, that's awesome.
Okay.
Totally worked.
So, which is that this is my roundabout way of tying all things back to Paradar. So,
Right.
we will be back in about 5 minutes then for those listening at home, and then we'll see what happens next. All right. While I am waiting for our heroes, why don't I get some handouts ready here? Okay. Save ourselves some time. All right. I hope everyone joining us for the session is having a wonderful start, or wonderful weekend, I guess, not start to. It's already Saturday, so. And all right, so I've solved the mystery of the freakout, and it is fully justified because there was a fucking jackrabbit the size of a Cocker Spaniel out there.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the jackrabbits here are pretty fucking big. Like they're the like survive in the Rockies kind of big rangy things.
Gotcha. We actually, maybe not surprisingly to some people, have coyotes here.
Oh, well, it's desert,
and,
right?
Yeah. And in the hills.
Yeah.
They come, and we live on the slope, basically at the bottom of the slope of the hill, and so there's a bunch of dog parks and like kind of trails to walk. A lot of people walk their dogs, and it's like alerts always going out, like, oh, was it spotted a coyote at 6 a.m. this morning? Be careful. Yeah, and they're quite large. Given we're in an urban setting.
I don't know if it was the last trip I made back to Winnipeg. It must have been because of the fires. But there was, I passed in the first 5 hours. I probably passed 7 or 8 coyotes that were right near the side of the highway.
Wow.
Yeah, they were. It's the prairies I'm driving across, so maybe that's not surprising. But yeah, they're big uns for sure. And okay, here we go. Just getting some.
Okay, so just so I make sure I'm not doing anything wrong, we also are gaining 2 astonishing fortune. 2
astonishing fortune. Heck yeah!
Awesome. Just because I know we're going to need it.
Heck yeah. Our session this morning on Savage Worlds, maybe 1 or 2 times where either someone took a long time answering something just so it would tick over to the half hour to get the next astonishing fortune, or I sat and drank coffee for almost a half a minute. Just so we could get to the point where John could actually get a point of Benny and then unshake himself because his character was getting completely fucked.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. All right. So
I was running an adventure for Eric and Adam and them at one point, and they were fighting these steel golems or something like that, and it was just, the fight was going really, really bad, and I was just like, these things are 3/4 hit points still, and they're both up, and the characters are out of hero points and just wounded and almost out of spells, and I'm like, this is just not going well. Then they were like, I don't have any rerolls. I don't know what to do. I'm like, something had came up, and then somebody had made some reference to a movie. I'm like, it's a great reference to Indiana Jones. Extra hero points for everyone. And it was just that one session. I was just like, hey, you made a joke about you left in my joke. There we go. Extra hero point for everyone. It was like, you guys are gonna get your ass kicked otherwise. I normally wouldn't do that, but it was like, you need some extra help here.
Well, and it's most of the narrative meta currencies, it's suggested that you're giving them out for, good role playing and clever ideas and etc., which is great. But at least for me anyway, when I'm GMing, sometimes I'm not cognizant and actually doing it. So when Kevin, you started doing this time thing, I was like, oh, that's actually great, because it reminds me that I should, it's on the hour or whatever, I give them a point, but also reminds me to recognize when people are doing things, because it just reminds me about hero points or whatever currency it is. So I've been using that myself. So
nice.
I find it really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. When we can start playing a session, then 4 hours later we're done, and I'm like, holy fuck, where'd the time go? I'm not keeping track of that stuff, but players are happy to remind me of Kev, Kev, half an hour. Kev's been half an hour.
Well, that's the other thing too, because players are aware too. So
100%.
So one less, like I just did. I was like, hey.
Yeah.
So it kind of can take some of that burden also.
Well, and I do love, we had a just an incredibly timely Joker drawn today in Savage Worlds. And like, that's always just a great moment at the table when everyone was out of Benny's and they were doing not well. And then they drew a Joker. And then 2 rounds after that, they drew another Joker. And that's just, it was awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
So, all right. So anyway, but for this, guys, so you stand outside house or one of the estates, the estate of Sir Routhus Odwin, or sorry, not Sir, Lord Routhus Odwin. What you can see, again, this place is, don't take this illustration as a accurate depiction, take it more as like a feeling for the neighborhood. House, or this Lord Routhus's estate is surrounded by walls, as is not unusual for this. If you picture kind of like a Renaissance era kind of noble estate where it's sort of walled in and then it has private guards inside, that's sort of what Threshold would have in these larger, more metropolitan kind of areas. It means that there is a guard gate that would be where someone would be watching people coming in or out of here, particular thieves or other ne'er-do-wells, as a easily identifiable member of one of the crusading orders of St. Cuthbert. Alisha, no one would spare you a second look on this, and you have definitely a wizardry look to you, Bucharab, so it would go one way or it would likely, they would assume either, you are a noble and you just don't look it, or you've got some reason for being here, particularly as being accompanied by a paladin.
Right.
But here's the things you notice when you get here. There are seemingly no lights. It is dusk now. It should be too dark to see inside here, and these people should certainly have access to, if not mundane light sources, magical light sources. More likely the latter, given that Lady Virus is said to be a wizard of no small level of accomplishment. The other thing, no guard at the gate.
This seems strange, does it not, Alisha?
Indeed. There should be at least a guard. Probably 2 at this gate.
And lights at this time of night.
Yes. In a house such as this, you'd expect many lights. We should hurry.
How should we proceed? The direct way or the indirect way?
I'm all for direct.
It's not surprised me. I'm beginning to like you, which is making me nervous.
What would the indirect way be?
The indirect way would be, I have 2 scrolls here, and like he goes through, like I have all these scroll cases and stuff, like maybe I have like a bandolier or whatever. I don't know. You got scrolls everywhere, and I tap on one of them, and inside here I have the ability to make us both invisible for a short time.
I'm not sure that would. She just jostles a little bit, and her armor starts clink, 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 clink. She's like, "Is that going to help?"
Well, from a distance, it may. But perhaps it's a means for us to help us escape anyway, if we need it. Even though you will be noisy, I see. But I cannot keep Alabaster quiet either, so...
She gives Alabaster a nod. And let's try the direct way.
Alabaster and Alisha are like, can you believe this guy?
This fucking guy. Jeez. So, what would you like to do?
Let's proceed then.
The gate itself is it is effectively like a the size of like a man door.
Yeah, she'll try the door.
Get up to the
Open
gate.
Yeah.
The gate. The locking mechanism, simple, something that could easily be overturned, is still active.
So it's locked.
And there is a place where you would expect a guard to stand. To give you an idea what you see beyond, there is a courtyard in here that is, picture like a small urban garden kind of thing, where like you would have a path that goes up to a fountain or some other like statue or some other prominent thing. Obviously magical in this one, where there are like freestanding, or free floating stones or spigots or something like that see water going out and going through. So something that is simple, but also obviously magical. And then the path would go around that, and then one path would kind of go off to like deeper around the house perhaps, and the other one would lead up to the actual manor proper. From what you can tell, there is no one here. Why don't you each give us a spot check, actually? Your favorite, Dave.
I'm going to make a sport check now.
Oh, hi. Hi there. You're welcome. Anna says hi.
And hey, Anna. And just FYI, Kev, in case it comes into play, because of my spirit sense, I do have +4 to spot checks for incorporeal creatures.
Right. Okay, so that is good to bear in mind. Alisha and Bucharab, you're looking around and you see largely what I see. The amount of money I think you would be aware that went into creating this fairly simplistic thing. Oh, good girl. Anna brought her bone in here. She is off Jackrabbit watch, guys, just so be aware that you're responsible for your own Jackrabbit watching now.
Oh,
good girl.
Good to know.
Good girl, sweetie. What you, though, see, Alisha, is closer to the door. There are some stone steps that lead up to the actual manor's entrance. And you see boots poking out in your direction as if someone has collapsed on the top step because of the overgrowth of... They've carefully... Whoever the landskeeper is... Groundskeeper? Landscaper, groundskeeper, I'm putting him into one. Whoever that person is responsible for the plants on the property, they have kept it groomed in such a way that it subtly kind of prevents you from just looking directly up at the door. There is some, big bush that sort of one of its eaves or a small tree that goes out and blocks that. But you can see enough. Someone is seemingly face down on the front step.
She'll point that out to Bucharab.
So Bucharab, you look down. At the very least, you certainly can see that now. What that will tell you is whatever being that is, if they are dead, it's longer than 3 minutes.
Okay. I'll convey that to Alisha. Unfortunately, this is one that has passed too long ago for me to interact with. Hopefully, we are not too late.
Okay. Is the gate locked then? That needs to be...
You can easily work the mechanism to get it open. There probably is a place for a more solid lock on there, but this is not the kind of gate that really could keep a determined thief out.
Right.
It's why they would normally station a guard here.
Yeah, so she'll jiggle it and maybe get a dagger in there and pop it open and let's go.
No problem. So you step in, close it behind you, or are you leaving it open?
I'll leave it open.
Okay.
If it alerts authorities, that's fine. Well, just one less thing for us to do later.
So tell us how you guys approach the fallen figure.
Sword and shield out?
Mace and shield out.
Mace and shield out, sorry, yes.
Okay.
I'd like to, be scanning the area for any signs of any, lingering entities that might have been involved in the body being a corpse.
Yeah. So you're both, Alisha, you're fixed, your eyes fixed for any perpetrators of this violence, and Bucharab, your eyes for any victims. And as you approach this body, you can see there is a spray of blood and then a pool of blood and viscera. It seems, from what you can tell, that this person, a guard from the markings on his tabard, walked up to the front door and then was seemingly crushed or killed from behind by some terrible claw.
And is the door open, and did it look like whatever killed him passed through?
The door is open. And from where it's standing, Bucharab, would you give us... Alisha, are you trained in Knowledge Arcana? I'm trying to remember if you...
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. So then, Bucharab, would you give us a Knowledge Arcana check? You could take a 10 on this one, actually, as well, if you...
Okay.
Choose.
Yeah, I'll take a 10. That'll give me a 23.
Okay. So, you look at this thing. If you were to guess, this guard, whose weapon is still in its scabbard, incidentally, you would guess this guard came over and deactivated some kind of magical ward or magical protection.
Okay, I'm taking notes and listening to a request.
Someone needs your attention, I think.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Then.
And I convey that to Alisha, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Then she'll nod to Bucharab and use her mace to push the door open and lean into the front foyer area.
So you push the door open, and what you're greeted with is a much more, how would you put this? A much more vigorous scene. You need not make any rolls for this. There are signs of discharges of lightning and electricity, discharges of fire that have since gone out. There is 2 other dead figures that are in here, and massive broken, like smashed away chunks of the banister leading upstairs. You spare a look to your right, there are 2 more dead hounds, no doubt pets of the family, taken down likely by the same terrible claws that killed that guard, though they seem to have been much more active.
It's been here.
Oh, most definitely. Bucharab, yes. Would you give us a Knowledge Planes check as well?
Sure. Knowledge Planes, here we go.
Not 20, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking at this and you're studying around. There was a fight with a wizard in here. Some of the markings that are in here, this is not something that the cerebrolith could manifest, unless it is some unusual creature.
Perhaps the lady of the house.
I think that you're probably right. I think what the way maybe narratively it works out is Alabaster is like, look over here, like basically. I'm like, and I kind of, and then I do sort of like an Aragorn figuring out what happened to Merry and Pippin moment, but with magic.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, there was a spell cast here, and then look over here. Then there was this one of fire, maybe. I'm kind of like working my way around, going like, this was not the work of a fiend.
With a nat 20,
perhaps it was this lady that you speak of that had the ability to cast magics.
I mean, again, Lady Virus is a wizard.
Is she somebody that's prominent enough that I might have heard of her now that Alisha has told me what her name is and all that, or is this something that's not?
Do you have knowledge local or knowledge nobility?
Nobility.
I don't think your stuff is more esoteric. So.
Let me see. Yeah, I have like nature dungeon.
You could ask Alisha, I think. She seems to know the nobility a lot better than what you do.
Yeah, so I will. I'll Alisha, how prominent is this lady in the world of magic and among the nobles and known for her ability to wield powerful spells?
You can give us a knowledge nobility check again if you'd like, Alisha. I'm treating it that you're going to know some base level with it too. Yeah, you've seen her when you met Sir Drenar. You had an opportunity to see Lady Virus, and allow me to. In fact, Lady Alisha, Alisha, you will know. This is who you're looking for Lady Virus. And for Lord Rauthus. Lord Rauthus does not have any. He is neither a warrior nor a merchant or whatnot. He's a noble, and he does his noble scheming stuff. Lady Virus is one of the most accomplished diviners in Threshold. Someone that even with the not strained, but the somewhat detached relationship between House Otwin and the Church of St. Cuthbert, she is still called on as an expert in some capacities.
Bucharab, do you think it's possible that maybe... I think Alicia's trying to process all this information, and she's trying to... Maybe we've got the wrong Odwin. Maybe her son is just... Maybe Drenar is just her lackey. He's the one doing the legwork for her with... What if she's behind the summoning of this creature and some nefarious plot, and he's just the one having the meetings with the Labor Guild and the adventurers?
Seems like that would make sense in terms of a hierarchy of nobles. You would send the son to do the grunt work.
Because it would be really obvious with her power if something were to go off. I don't know. All I know is she's probably...
Sorry, say it again? Prominent. It would be really obvious with her...
Well, if she was she was running around doing things with all these groups, it'd be way more obvious that she's involved.
Unless she could use magic. Bucharab has access to magic to easily conceal his appearance.
Yes, that is true. I'll bring that point up. Difficult to say. And also what's odd to me is whatever transpired here with her use of, I'm assuming her use of magics in some kind of melee.
Maybe it was to defend the household.
But from what?
Maybe from the creature that came for her son. Maybe I had it all wrong. I don't know. We should investigate further. Maybe we'll find more information as we move into the house.
From where you are in the main room and the salon off to the side, the dogs are dead. There's one or two servants that are dead. Jeez. There is no sign of the lord or lady.
And the way that they've all been killed, is it similar to what we saw with the guard, or are they been killed in different ways?
It's curious. There are some that are... you can see defensive wounds. They've seemed as if they've been slaughtered by something tearing at them, some troll-sized horror getting its claws in. And there are others that seem to have just collapsed.
Oh. Uh-huh.
With a horrified look in their face?
Yeah, the only sign that there is shattered blood vessels in their eyes, so their eyes are completely red.
Well... by my reckoning, it seems like this points to this Cerebolith as the perpetrator of these crimes here. It has powers over the mind, and it is of great size and has claws.
Are either of you trained in survival? I can't remember.
I
don't think so, actually.
I don't think so either, no. I wonder if perhaps one other theory is that she did summon this fiend and it got loose from her control.
That doesn't happen to wizards, does it?
I wish.
How do the Grell fit into that then?
Well, that's the part that I'm trying to figure out. So I'll go back to my notes.
We need to, maybe there's something you mentioned. George mentioned notes, but I was actually just thinking maybe somebody has some notes as to what's going on. What is House Oddwood involved in besides?
Yeah, I mean they're clearly involved in something with the Edgewater team and the Deep Seekers, whatever conspiracy that was. So there may be, information to glean from here. But also there's this rivalry, between the Black Brotherhood and they're an enemy they've been dealing with. That the Grell, because the Grell brought the Cerebolith here.
Right. But why?
Right.
To stop them from doing something, or?
Yeah, they were my understanding is that they are the rivals of the Black Star.
The Black Brotherhood or the Black Star?
I have written rival of the Black Star, but I don't know.
I think what they were, the writings that you found there, they were all servants of Shathragot, the Black Star. The Black Brotherhood and the Growl separately. And they are, however, rivals for its favor.
So they're vying for power and eliminating their rivals.
Yeah. Yeah. And, we also, there was something about a chalice I have here, which I don't recall what that was. And maybe this was the half-orc paladin was saying this. I can't remember. That was babbling about they will never see the Black Star.
Yeah.
So meaning which should tie in to what you're saying, that they are rivals for the attention of the Black Star.
So you have one adventuring party that seem to spend a great deal of time in the
Underdark.
Vast spaces under the Giants Fall district. Growl, a subterranean species of horrific abominations. A team of stevedores or teamsters who are specialized in moving things, and then an outsider noble house that seems allied with the other two.
So it seems like they... Go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say, perhaps we're looking too far above ground. Do we know where they were working? Where they were trying to dig, or underground, like these earth movers? If they had a place where they were working, maybe that's... Or might be stretching things too much now.
Perhaps.
So, as you guys are talking in this main area, just bear with me 1 second here. What I'd like...
It's will save.
You need not make a roll. Both of you hear from further back in the house a voice shouting from behind a closed door. A man's voice. Who are you?
Does it sound like
Lucky
they're
you.
referring to us, or is it they're talking to another party?
If
Perhaps?
you look at one another, they say, "We can see you. Who are you? Paladin, wizard." And it sounds like they're shouting from some other end of the house.
Yeah. We are.
We are here on behalf of the Inquisition.
You are not
What dark
aligned with
deeds
that
are-
creature.
No, what dark deeds have happened in this house?
Watch. Take care. It still hunts out there. We are in the back. In my laboratory.
Who are you?
Lord Routhus. My good wife can see you. You're looking around. You cannot see it. Bucharab. You can feel it. An arcane sensor.
Yeah.
You would not see such a thing unless you employed detect undead or detect invisibility.
Right. Yeah, I think I feel it and put two and two together and realize, oh yes, she is watching us.
Come to the back and we will let you in. But take care. It hunts. And as if
Very well.
to put a point on it, you can hear the sound of something very heavy is moving upstairs.
Okay, I've rushed through the house towards the back.
Yeah, I'll try to keep up, Alisha.
Okay. You navigate your way to the back and
Push through the pantry, grab myself a piece of toast on the way through.
you get through to you're trying to figure out where this is, and he's calling out. And when you get there, what you see is someone clearly seems to be watching, because almost as you run into the room, the doors are opened, and you can see, with a head wound, unfortunately, Lord Routhus, Odwin. Get in! Get in!
We go in.
You make your way in, and what you can see inside is Lord Routhus, Lady Virus. Seems to have a 1,000-yard stare that as you come in, she sort of blinks and then looks back at you as if turning her focus back on you. And there are two other persons in here. A servant and a servant.
Where's your son?
Lord Routhus kind of looks towards his wife, and she says, "He is dead. Killed by that creature. Slain as soon as it breached my defenses. Who are you? And how did you come to be here?"
It still attacks?
It is
Maybe
here.
I was wrong, Bucharab.
Lord Routhus says, we would have died, was it not be for my good wife's sorceries. And she looks at you, kind of Bucharab, up and down. Are you a wizard?
I don't think you would say that. I am more of a curator of knowledge. Some refer to me as an archivist.
Let's see if she looks at you and seems a bit surprised. An archivist? I thought
Yes, I have knowledge of a great many things, including some magics.
Then you will understand when I tell you. I have warded this room from any conjurations will be of no avail in here.
Mm-hmm.
This, whatever it is that hunts, and she sort of cocks her head as if realizing something. You hunt this thing?
We do.
We were hoping to get here before it and keep it from finding your son.
I fear
everyone your son has been working with in the last month has fallen on this evening to this creature or its minions.
Lord Rothus says, what do you mean, who's been working with my son?
He's been having some sort of arrangement with with Team Edgewater and with a party of adventurers called the Deep Seekers. Are you aware of this connection between your son and them?
And you can see that Lady Virus shoots Lord Rothus a look that tells you that, like, it's that look, that wordless expression between spouses that just says of, like, I fucking told you, in a single look.
Yeah.
And he looks and says, we thought he wished to make something of himself, to dabble in the mercantile trade. I thought it good for him, something productive. And Lady Vera steps towards, further towards you, Bucharab. Tell me how your involvement, how did my son come to the attention of the archivists?
The Inquisition.
The Legion?
Yes.
Him? As far as you've seen, nothing in anything you've seen suggests. Again, the Legion itself was emblematic of the church's over-focus on one threat. They didn't see the Legion growing in their backyard because they were so focused on the undead.
Right.
You've seen nothing to connect the Black Brotherhood to the Legion or to the undead.
But it still warranted investigation.
Which did?
Whatever they were doing.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say whatever they're doing was not, no, like, the Black Brotherhood is plenty fucking bad. It's just her question was whether it was the Legion of Beelzebub that he was connected to.
Oh, sorry, I missed the Legion. I do not believe so. I'm unsure. It's...
You guys can hear, as you're kind of considering... Oh, go ahead, Dave.
Didn't we find that it was Shagarath's an entirely different group, right? It's
the Black Brotherhood, the Black Sun, Shothragot. None of those are related to either the undead or to the Legion of Beelzebub.
No, so it's not the Legion. But the Inquisition was investigating just because of some strange things that were going on.
And Black Brotherhood says,
the Black Brotherhood is involved.
I've never heard of this Black Brotherhood. And
Scarlet Brotherhood?
They both look at one another.
Only worse. Extremists from the Scarlet Brotherhood.
The servant woman walks over and says, and holds up drinks. Lady Virus looks over. Thank you. And Lord Rothus takes one as well. She walks over to the two of you. A drink poured for each of you.
Today I'm on the job.
You can see Alisha and Bucharab. Would you each give us a spot check, please?
Spot check. I'm cheering before the check. 12.
You guys satisfied with those?
I'm not particularly good at this, so Hate to. Well, I've got 3.
I'll go again. Weak sauce.
Okay, I was gonna go again anyway, so I'll see where we go. Oh God, I rolled the same exact thing.
I rolled one better. So start.
You're at least getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, you know what? Hold on. I might be, because we're dancing around through so many different editions. Let me look at what the difficulty actually would be. Okay. So she turns from you, and then Bucharab offers a drink to you.
He'll take it this time.
Okay. So you take it. And then she moves her, the servants are busying themselves. It's a very weird contrast in here to what you saw outside, because these two servants seem to be going about normal, like, buttling work while there's shit smashing around outside. And when you hear another smash from outside, Lady Virus says, "My enchantment will not last much longer. Archivist, have you ways to face this thing?" Lord Routhus says, "But our son," and Lady Vera says, "He's dead, Routhus."
Are you sure that he is dead? How do you know? Did you see him die?
She looks over, and she's got a pretty commanding presence to her. She's got the look of someone who's used to, like, when I say something, you either believe it or you obey my order. Mm-hmm. There is a softness to her eye, though, that tells you that in the same way that she was able to observe you, she says, "He is dead."
I see. And I think Bucharab has been, he's just been so enveloped by this world that he's found himself in, like after leaving, the actual archives themselves, with undead and demons, devils, like horrific situations, that he's kind of become numb to all of it. And he realizes he sort of spoke really casually when and kind of intellectually about something that's incredibly emotional, and so that seeing that from her and recognizing that that's an insight into how she's feeling, which you never get to see, kind of stopped him in his tracks as I see, understand, my lady. I'm working on it.
What's upstairs?
"Our personal chambers," says Lady Verus.
Your son's personal chamber as well?
Yes.
Because Bucharab, if it was only here to find their son and dispatch of the others, which it's already done today, why isn't it gone?
Perhaps there is something else that was in motion. That it is, or an object, or yes.
We're not obviously playing in person, so we cannot see. Am I correct that Bucharab is a bit of a hand talker?
Yeah.
So because you've been talking all this time, I think you have not yet had an opportunity to imbibe.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I think also not only that, he sort of gets lost in conversation immediately, like especially like about trying to take in knowledge, information, ask questions, and put it all together in like a Holmesian sort of way.
That is why it is perhaps a surprise when Lord Routhus suddenly drops his empty goblet, grabs his throat, and drops to his knees. Blood cascading out of his mouth, and Lady Virus seems to take a step back. She has not finished hers, but has at least taken some sips from it, And Bucharab, Alisha, because you rolled best on the spots, your eye goes over to the servant lady.
Oh, it can control minds.
Yeah.
The mind of the servant. Damn it.
That's what you might think initially. But you can see the other servant is drawing a concealed knife. Unless they have been controlled all this time. That knife has been there for a very long time.
Alisha steps between.
So let's do this.
Yeah.
Lord Ralphus is currently on the ground. He is not dead.
He's not dead, okay.
But he is
That's what I was
poisoned.
gonna ask.
Lady Virus is in the early stages of poisoning.
Okay.
Let's see what you guys do. So, add turns for them. And then remember to click on your token for the escape, unfortunately. I mean, unfortunately. What a huge imposition.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. I don't even want to play that. Forget it. I don't want to fight.
Frick. Madison. Oh, it's such an imposition. Okay.
There's a swashbuckler skill that I might take at some point. It's like something like after you or whatever. It's like you intentionally let your opponent go first, and you take the last order of initiative, and it's just kind of cocky. Don't worry, I got this.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I love that.
Okay, and let me roll for Lady Virus. Lord Ralphus is not doing anything in this fight. Okay, there we go. Man, rolling pretty well for initiative, but
Holy crowley.
yeah. I mean, I rolled an 18 and a 16 for my 2 initiative scores, so which makes up for the dog shit attacks. Most of my attacks today have been like 3s and 4s. So,
You know,
Wow.
all right.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's kind of better to get those out of the way before you face a cerebral lift.
Right. Yeah, well.
That thing, those power attacks ain't going to land themselves. Now, let me quickly add, okay, bars. You know what I am grateful for? Kev from about a month ago. Good job on setting up the tokens the way I like them.
attaboy, Kev from a month ago.
Attaboy, Kev from a month ago. Okay, here they are, sorry. I'll show you guys also as well the thing I found, something I picked up on a whim when I was like filling up my 3.0 collection. But there was a one of those, it's where I'm grabbing a bunch of my stats, like pre-gen character stats. It's really helpful.
That's cool.
Like a 3.0 doesn't have an equivalent of like the NPC codex the way that Pathfinder does.
Right.
So, all right. So then, first up is these things. So, with Lady Virus kind of grabbing her throat, Lord Ralphus on the ground, seemingly dying from poison. As I said, he is going to draw a weapon, and oh, you haven't acted yet, Alisha.
Yeah.
He races in and says, "The Black Star comes!" and clumsily misses, catching across your armor. The servant lady will step forward and try and slit Lady Virus's throat.
Jeez.
Nat 20.
Oh,
See?
Well,
And I just confirmed. So unless, let me double check, see if she's got any contingency spell. I don't think she's powerful enough for that. Oosh. George, would you kindly give us
yeah.
a D6, 2D6, 3D6 roll, please.
15. 3d6.
She steps forward. Again, Lady Verse is not dead yet.
Okay.
But this one steps forward and just runs a stiletto across her throat. She is both poisoned and dying. And then it is Lady Varys's turn. She is slowly bleeding out. Dave, would you give us a D20 roll, please? Let's give us her a fortitude save against this poison. Where's her fort? Alisha, 18! She's holding on. Alisha, what are you doing?
Full attack action with power attack on the dude who tried to knife me.
Yeah.
Our minutes are probably over for that spell that you're...
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah. It would have taken you 20 minutes or half an hour to cross town to get to here. Then you guys waited outside. Then you guys came in, so yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
He is not a demon as far as you can tell, though, so... And where are they? Oh, here it is. Okay.
Pow, pow. Ooh, that first one's a good one.
That first one is a solid... Let's see here. Yeah, so you, in one solid stroke with a backhand, shatter his jaw. And he hits the ground, bleeding out and dying.
The Black Star comes and goes.
Almost assuredly. So he's on the ground, dying. You could take a step if you like as well.
Yeah, I think she takes a step and swings a second one at...
you can't take a step between attacks in 5.
Oh, okay.
3. Yeah.
So they're both, and then misses, and then takes a step towards her.
Okay. So she is. Yeah, you're not going to be able to quite reach there. Bucharab, you're not engaged with anybody right now in this salon or this laboratory.
I want to try to help Lady Beers. So I'll move to her.
Okay.
Because I need to do a touch spell. And I'm going to cast a cure. How many do I have? I have 2 cures. I'm going to cast one of my cure serious wounds.
Okay.
On her, just because I know she's poisoned and that might continue to harm her.
Yep.
So that's going to be 3d6 plus caster level maximum 15. So it'll be my full caster level.
Nice.
Go.
Is it 3d6 or 3d8?
3D. Yeah, 8.
Okay.
My eyes. I need.
It's a small font. Again.
Yeah, exactly.
15
it used
back.
to not be a small font. It was a totally fine font.
Exactly. 20 years ago.
Exactly.
It's like when we were playing Night Below on Wednesday, I was doing the same thing too. I'm doing the old man, hold it at my distance and squint your face as if you bit into something sour.
Let's see.
So that's restored almost half her hit points.
Okay.
So although hold on, 3E.
Yes.
Is this the one where healing only gets you up to 0?
Oh, I don't remember. That's a good question.
I think that's the case. I'm going to my rules compendium. Genuinely one of my favorite fucking books.
When that came out, I was like, "This is great!"
My
we
goodness.
use that all the time at the table.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Healing. Let's see here. Not reviving the dead. I might be confusing this with a different game, but I thought this was something that came up during our Barrel Maze game.
Possible. It does exist somewhere in some edition or...
Changes, temporary hit points. Here we go. Dying. Okay. Healing that raises a dying hit points to 0 makes it conscious and... Okay, so healing even 1 point makes it stable. I might be confusing it with C&C or with... Yeah, it's C&C that had that, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't this? Okay, so I'm confusing.
That's right.
So no, she'll heal up right into the positives then. That's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I do for my turn.
Okay, so she's
right.
still coughing and looks at you, she can't quite, vocalize a thanks. The servant turns that bloodied stiletto and says to you, "The Black Star will not be thwarted." And a clumsy swing that comes nowhere near connecting with you, but that would have fucking hurt if it hit. Lady Virus, Alisha, would you give us a D20 roll once again?
Oh.
Okay.
That's not good.
That is... No, I mean, the DM makes that face when it's usually good results. So.
Yeah, that's totally...
Ooh, I'm so happy for you. Ooh.
Yeah.
What happens if you get rolls of 20? Much better.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Would you give us a 1d6 roll, please? You can see she coughs and there's speckles of blood that come out. Rauthus Lord is on the Rauthus Lord, like it's his fucking Lord Rauthus is on the ground, blood pooling out of his face, his eyes glazed over. He does not seem to be responding right now. Lady Virus, however, is still alive and seems to be fighting it. Mechanically, what you guys would know, poison typically attacks an attribute, not hit points.
Okay, that is good to know.
So,
Forgot about that.
She's on the ground. Alisha, what are you doing next?
I'm going to... she's going to disarm the servant with the knife.
Okay. Ooh,
So
disarm.
single attack? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Get to the thing here. Let's see. Disarm. Disable device?
I was like,
Disarm. There we go. Initiating a disarm when you attempt... do you have improved disarm?
I don't think so.
Defeat? No. Okay. Then, what you would attract an attack of opportunity by trying to disarm?
Yep.
You okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. I do not hit, or I do not get through your armor at least. Then you go ahead and make a attack resolving a disarm. I think it's just an attack.
That's brutal.
Opposed melee attack rolls. Yeah, there we go. Okay, 16.
I think I want to possibly...
So, aren't you fortune then?
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
Okay.
Let's do it again. I don't need damage, right? I can just do a single attack.
Yeah. Nice.
Amazing. So she tries to attack it, and you just batter this thing away. It goes skittering out of her hand. You still have a move action.
Yeah, I'm going to just stay in melee range. I don't know if move action can't be used to like push somebody back, right? Like,
No, that's an attack. That's a bull rush.
Yeah, that's an action. That's an action. Yeah. So I'll just stay in position.
Like what you could do, it would technically attract an attack of opportunity, but she's got no weapons. You could interpose yourself between you and her weapon.
Okay, yeah, I'll move between her and her weapon.
Okay. Bucharab.
Okay, so I am going to use. I was just double checking what kind of action this was. So I'm basically wanting to pull out a scroll. So that it looks like it's a move.
Yep.
So I'll use my move to pull out a scroll, and I'm going to cast a hold person on her.
Oh, nice.
So that is my DC, is 14 plus spell level, so it's a level 2 spell, so 16.
16?
16.
Yeah, she fails.
And I didn't tell you. Okay. All right, so the effect is...
I was going to see how good my roll was and then worry about what the bonus was.
Yep. Yeah, I do that. I do the same thing. Okay. She becomes paralyzed and freezes in place. obviously aware, can breathe. The duration is 1 round per level, so 6 rounds. Actually, wait.
It's off the caster, which is typically the bare minimum that you would need to be, so it'd be 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, no, these scrolls, you can assume you made them, so make it 6
I have Scribe Scroll as a... Yeah. Okay, cool. Yep. So it'll be 6 rounds. Okay, at each round, though, she may attempt a new saving throw to end the effect.
Okay. So she kind of freezes in place, Alisha. So she cannot. Well, she can make a save again. Fails.
Yeah, and that is and when she makes a save, it's a full round action.
Okay, so she's got nothing. Lady Virus, Alisha, would you give us another D20 roll?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
In my head, I was like, I'm rolling for weather.
Exactly.
roll higher than 10.
So Alisha, this you can obviously tell what has happened to this lady. She's frozen in a bit of a combative stance and seems absolutely unable to barely can breathe, never mind move.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'll just drop my mace, so it's a free action, right? And I'll start going through the servants' pockets looking for antidote or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe even the poison itself, so we can identify what it is. I don't know if some way of helping identify it, so we can neutralize it.
Yeah, unless you've got some way of neutralizing poison, and I can't remember what paladin level you need to be.
It's way above my level.
Cure disease and
probably. I think neutralize poison's 4th level or something, if I remember correctly. 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, no, they changed the name of the spell.
I can only cast 1st level spells right now.
No, but you can your lay on hands. You can sometimes.
Oh, that's
your cure disease ability is independent of your lay on hands in 3.5.
Remove disease effect is separate from poison, though.
Yeah, so no, you can't. I don't think you've got anything against...
So I'm looking for mundane ways of helping.
Sure. I think you do find, if you're spending the full round searching, you can find the vial that she seems to have used to poison them.
Okay. Then I'll hold it out and go, Bucharab, this is the poison. Any? Can you do anything with it?
Bucharab, do you have craft alchemy?
I do not have any kind of crafting ability other than scribing scrolls. Yeah. And I don't have anything that, I have knowledge in nature if it was a natural poison of some kind, but I don't really, it's not really my area. I have heal. But yeah, I don't have any magical means of helping with poison, unfortunately.
So what are you doing, Bucharab? Your turn.
Okay, so I want to scan the room and look to see if. Well, first I guess I'll call it to Alisha. Do you have any rope or some bindings of any kind on you?
I think in here you don't have anything on there, but there would be things to hold curtains back or whatnot. You could probably find. Oh, this is a laboratory. Give us a search. I believe is a skill in 3.5.
That sounds right.
And I think it's one you've got.
It is.
Give us a search check.
Here we go.
And this will turn
27.
You find binders in here.
Yes.
What the fuck they're doing in her laboratory, you don't know, but
I don't ask questions. Whatever people want to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
why judge? You know?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go. So I basically take my action to search around, and then I'll move to them.
Yep. Let me make my save for her.
Yep.
Does not succeed.
Awesome.
Alisha, save for Lady Virus. Nat 20.
Yes.
So she's able to grab something from her I think that is around the sash near. Alisha, what are you doing?
I'm going to use one of my turn undeads.
Yep.
And I'm going to use it as a sacred healing. Expend turn undead to grant fast healing 3 to all living within 60 feet for 4 rounds.
Okay.
Cool. That's awesome.
So then you will not benefit from the fast healing until the start of your next turn, but you'll be back up to full hit points in a moment.
Yeah. So we'll Bucharab. Oh, you are.
Okay.
I'm okay, but Varys will.
It'll help Lady Varys.
You then, Bucharab,
Yes.
you hear something.
Uh-oh.
And there's not something you hear, you can feel it as if it's slithering in your neck.
Oh.
Are they all dead yet?
Nice. My head snaps around.
You need not see it to know precisely whose voice, or more precisely what's voice this is.
And and did I hear it like audibly, or was it in my mind and I
For sure in
like
your
it came...
mind. You've
Okay,
had
yeah.
telepathic contact before.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay, so I say in my mind, no, and they will not all die.
Then my work is not complete.
It comes, I yell.
Good. Only have half an hour left.
You probably see it anyway, but a little too late.
Yeah, we only have half an hour
well,
left
here.
in this session. We need to finish this off, George.
We can hear a smash at the door.
Oh man.
It seems as if the... there we go. It seems as if the... whatchamacallit? Lady Varys's enchantment has yet to actually expire. Then,
Okay.
So let me add a turn for this thing. That was just before you, Bucharab. Then it is Bucharab's turn. What are you doing?
Okay. So, I will. I was going to manacle the servant, but I think
full
I'm
round
gonna,
action.
now,
If you want to do that, then that's what we.
Well, I was gonna. That was originally my plan. Before suddenly there's a bashing at the door, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I am going to use. Do I have it? Sorry, I have a line weapon from a variety of sources, so I'm just trying to see if I have any of them left. That I can only use on myself.
You've only used 2 thus far. Is your aligned weapon? Do you have a wand, or is it a scroll that you had it on?
So I have a wand, and I have I had prepared it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm gonna in this case use a move action to draw my wand.
Yep.
And this is actually the first time I'm using it from the wand. I've been using my own prepared spell,
okay.
so I didn't have to spend move actions to pull the wand out. So and also the wand version isn't as powerful. So because I cast it at level 3. So I will I will move over to Alisha, and I will use my. Oh no, I can't do that. I have Alabaster fly over to Alisha, so that I can. Is that how does it? Wait, controlling my familiar. Is that okay?
Familiar has his own actions, so yeah.
Okay. So Alabaster flies over and maybe lands for a second on Alicia's shoulder.
Yep.
And then I have drawn the wand and cast its power through Alabaster.
Sure.
Which gives Dave, you're gonna have a line weapon to good, and it's gonna last for I believe it's 3 rounds. I think it's 1 round per level.
Okay.
Oh no, it's minutes. It's minutes.
Yeah, minutes.
So 3 minutes.
Okay. Then, servant, at the end of her turn, has broken your enchantment. She's free.
Okay. All right.
David, you give us a D20 roll for Lady Varys.
Come on, Lady Beers.
Another D6 roll, please. Okay. She is weakening and coughing more blood. It is coming in larger specks at this point. Alisha, what are you doing?
I'm going to pick up my mace from the ground.
Yep.
And smash that servant.
She is flat-footed, so go ahead and give us an attack roll.
You know what? You should have stayed held.
Yeah.
Just should have stayed held.
In fact, don't worry, because you would need to make an attack roll and find this. One swoop of your hand, and she's like, ha ha, the black! And before she can answer, your mace is planted in her face, sends her sprawling over, and she will not be getting up again.
Nice.
Well, that's good that you went into that long description of how it's unnecessary, because I rolled a 1.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh,
That's what I thought. Like, as soon as I'm like, you know what? No, fuck, this is going to be... The fight is not trying to get this pain in the ass servant here. The fight is the fucking cerebral.
Right.
Okay,
all right.
good.
So you smash her down and then ready your shield.
Okay.
And then allow me to try and break that fucking door down.
Yeah, and I need to go onto Amazon and find a toy mace that I can wield during Alicia's fights.
All right,
Add
and
that
with
to
this, the door smashes open, and this thing fills the door frame.
Mm-hmm.
You may remember those strange markings at the top of the rafters and the top of where the Deep Seekers were staying. As this thing begins to step in and it's busting the door frame through with those spines at the top of its bizarre body, you know precisely what made that marking now. Its tongue lilts out, and its brain undulates within its cage, flashing with psionic power. And then it is Bucharab's turn. What are you doing, Bucharab?
Okay, so I'm going to try to recall everything I can about this creature now that I can see it.
So it is
and
the DC.
I got to make a roll.
Is it a 15 or is it 15 plus the?
It's 15.
10?
It says 15. It says 15. And then on a roll of 25 or higher, I get it goes to a
great.
plus
Okay, so it's not like dependent on the thing's hit dice or CR or anything like that.
That's what it says.
Yep. Awesome.
Here.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So acknowledge planar, right?
That is a very polite way of saying that. That's what you wrote, Madison.
Well,
So
I made it
100%
neutral.
true.
I just it says here. Just
Go ahead.
Planar. To acknowledge the plane's
Knowledge
correct.
planar. Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
So be careful of its mind powers. Shield your mind. +1 to attacks, Dave. Attacks and saving throws.
Yep.
For 1 minute.
Yeah, you will know. Yeah,
That was
good.
my.
Will definitely
Because
affect this thing.
I'm worried about that thing.
So that was your
that's
move.
my move action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I'm going to cast Searing Light
Oh, what does this do?
as my opener. It just flipped. Okay. So it is divine power shoots out of me like a blast of light. I have to make a ranged touch attack to strike the target.
Okay.
So here comes to the.
So we know just so you can judge too. Acid, cold, fire, massive resistance to those.
This is what kind of?
And you will need to
damage
make a what do you call it? Ooh, penetration roll. I don't think I've had to make a spell penetration roll
Oh, interesting.
at the table in 10, 15 years.
Yeah. It does not have a type. It's untyped damage.
Okay, so it's just standard damage.
Yeah, 1d8 points of damage for 2 caster levels.
Okay.
Undead creatures take more, but
What's the spell called?
it's called Searing Light.
Oh, Searing Light. Okay.
Page 275 of the
Awesome.
page in the book.
Okay.
So it would be better, it would do more against other types of things, but not planar creature, not things.
Okay.
Okay. So here comes my ranged touch attack.
Okay.
My Astonishing Fortune.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on. Because of its size, its touch attack is might be lower.
Yeah.
Touch is 10. That is
You're
enough.
kidding. That is insane.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so that's going to be
3d8 then? Damage?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Come on.
3d8. Come on. 9.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. I want to double check.
And I forgot I didn't add the +1 to my attack roll, so I actually had an 11.
Ah, there we go. Okay, hold on. I'm fairly certain I'm remembering this correctly here, but let's just double check. Weapons, natural weapons, and things. DR only counts against weapons, natural weapons, and unarmed attacks. So spells would do full damage on this thing.
Awesome. And now do I need to make a spell penetration?
Oh, you need to make a spell penetration check. Yes, so that is, and spell pen is 1d20 plus your level, I believe.
That sounds right. Yep. 20 plus 6. Come on. 19.
Yes, that is sufficient. Also, I think your plus 1 will be attack roll, not a penetration.
Yeah.
So this thing, you can see there is like almost an effort where the spell shimmers for a brief second and then burns in on this thing. Awesome. Look at this. It undulates back in pain. Lady Varys, would you give us a d20 roll? Come on. Yes! She's able to apply something that she had pulled out. She's been fighting with it. Then it is Alicia's turn. This thing has reach, FYI.
Has reach? Well, if I learned anything about reach, is you need to get inside of it. So.
Hell yeah! So you go charging in, and that as you do, this thing gets its attack of opportunity on you. And, hold on. I'm just going to make sure I'm using this power correctly here. I think I need to declare this before. And... yes. Okay. I need to decide this before. You can see there is a shimmering... like almost a distortion that works around its field, and there's a keening sound in your ear as it swings towards you. This is going to be... okay. Let's see. That is 25.
Oh, yep.
Okay. It is also expelling its psionic focus to add extra damage to this, but it did not power attack. Alisha, that's not great. 13 points of damage. As this thing hits you, but you were able to carry on in. Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay, so +1 hit and damage from George's spell.
Yep.
Not damage,
Alicia,
just to attack.
Just to attack? Okay. And Alisha is going to smite evil, so +3 to hit and +6 damage.
Fuck, yes, you will.
Twice a day. This is the first one.
Okay, it blazes with power. Holy hell, nice!
Nice.
Wham!
Take that, evil creature.
Okay. So that is, and sorry, does that include your +6?
Yep.
Does. Okay, so that is 13 points of damage. This.
And that's with the good aligned mace.
Yep, hell yeah. So it goes right through its damage reduction, which incidentally is 10.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right, then it is the Cerebralist's turn.
Nice.
It is. Oh boy. I think. Well, this paladin wants to engage, and it does so love getting its hands dirty. So let's do a full attack. One massive claw. That is a 24 again.
Oh, that's just... Are we missing something, George? Did you cast some spell to give it a penalty of -1?
No, unfortunately.
8 points of damage from that first hit, Alisha.
Okay.
21 with a second. Oh, your shield batters the second one, but then its jaw opens up larger than you would think, stretching those sinews around its almost like skeleton or skeletal jaw, and then it tries to snap around you. That is a nat 1. So, which is great.
Its tongue.
Its jaw is much better chance to hit and does a lot more damage. So you batter it aside, snaps around, and does not manage to connect. It roars in fury and then steps back to be at range once again into the main room. Bucharab, what are you doing?
I'm going to. So Al has still been sitting on Alicia's shoulder. Yeah, and is like, but has great courage, thankfully. So I'm going to cast a protection from evil spell upon Alisha, since she's up there in front.
Well, there's a couple. Does protection from evil go away as soon as she attacks?
So that's what I'm reading now. I don't believe it does.
Okay.
I'm just checking all the way through. It's a long entry.
No. So it defenses.
Doesn't look like it does. In terms of the effect that I'm really casting it for, which is the
so spell
AC
resistance can allow. So for one thing, so it's only the warding part. The last part is the one that goes down.
Correct.
Okay.
And the part that I care about is the first. Subject gains a +2 deflection bonus to AC and +2 resistance bonus on saves.
So deflection bonus, I think she's getting already from her armor and her thing. Remember, the magical bonuses are deflection bonuses.
Yes, I didn't know if it was more than what she had or not.
Yeah, so, that's a good call.
But more importantly, I wanted the saves because I know this thing can possess.
It would grant her a +1.
Okay, awesome. And then, but more importantly, it was for the saves because I know this thing has psionic powers, and I'm very concerned that Alisha will turn on me. So, but Dave, so that means you've got an additional +1 to your AC, but you've got another +2 to your saving throws against this thing.
Awesome. Cool. Okay,
so
then
you have a +3 total for saves.
Lady Virus has recovered to somewhat. Her voice is raspy. She has used much of her magic already. This is a really fun 5 or 3E. I actually sat down between sessions and I'm like ticking off the prepared spells that the pre-gen had. I'm like, well, she would have cast this and this and this and this and this and this to get us down to I know what she's got left as her remaining things.
That's cool.
George, I have a big ask of you.
Yes.
Would you kindly first roll spell penetration 1d20 +7.
Yeah. 18.
18 is enough. And then, would you roll damage as if 3 magic missiles hit?
Okay.
I think there's a bylaw on the Dungeon Musings channel that you have to roll damage for any magic missiles coming from
I think I wrote that in there.
Yeah. I was wondering where it came from.
Yeah, it just suddenly appeared. 7.
Okay. So these, I think it's a matter of like them barely making their way through the thing, and much of their powers bled off because of this thing's unnatural nature. So she cast these off. Alisha, what are you doing?
A fast healing 3. What does that grant?
Start of your round, you'll gain 3 hit points back.
Okay.
How long does it last again? I can't remember.
There's only 3 rounds left.
Okay. Oh my God! What's happened to Alisha?
I'll just do that.
She's back. Never mind.
Okay. But now that I'm up close and personal.
Well, no, you're gonna have to move in once again. It's doing that bullshit thing where it's stepped back, and now you're gonna have to step in and it gets an attack of opportunity on you. Fucking reach monsters.
Yeah.
It does that, does it? Okay.
Right, Reach Monsters was the name of my Smash Mouth cover band in high school.
Well, it's fight through the reach. Go in, bam.
Okay, so here we go. Let's see. It tries to get you. A 20 is not good enough. So you deflect it once again or move underneath its claw. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay.
Are you smiting again?
Yeah, I might as well.
Hell yeah. Nice. Big hit.
Actually, I'm only rolling a 3 on the damage. I need to roll a higher on the damage.
But yeah, you hit this thing.
She's like, for the cudgel.
Beautiful. Then it is this thing's turn. Now it's sick of fucking around with you, Alisha. It staggers back, so it steps back into the corridor. I need to quickly look at something, and it's going to manifest a power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It steps back, and Alisha goes, "Are you not entertained?"
All right, here we go. Oh boy, this is a big one.
Okay, here it comes.
There's power that runs down its spine, and it is unleashing its big fucking whammy on you. I'm gonna just show you what I'll be rolling. If you do not make this save. This is a very special power, though. It does a fuck ton of damage, but if you make a successful will save, it negates it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a real guts or, all or nothing kind of thing. So, Alisha, this is a DC 20 will save.
Now you have a +3 from me.
Yes. Oh, right on the nose! Holy shit!
So that's 20. It doesn't give me an option. I didn't add any bonuses in. So it's 20 without the bonuses. So 23.
Awesome.
It would have been 42. Your mind would have been shattered,
shit.
Alicia. But this pulse of psionic power hits you and washes over you like a strong breeze. As the power clears and it sees that you are still there, this thing's jaw seems to open a bit agape. Bucharab, what are you doing?
I am following Lady Beerus's example and casting my last prepared magic missile spell.
So roll for spell pen first.
Oh yes, spell. That's right. Right.
Holy shit. I genuinely don't know what I would have done if you'd failed that save.
Yeah. Oh my god. Here, that's hers. Oh, there's.
I would have re-rolled.
Oh yeah, true enough. Yeah.
Is that enough?
No.
Okay. Yep. Last
astonishing fortune. You got it.
Yes. 23.
Amazing. Okay, so that's right through. Go ahead and roll damage.
10. I did 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
So right above there. Yeah.
Oh. Disgusting, sizzling, greenish mist comes in place of blood. You have a move action?
I mean, I'm gonna just as long as I'm not in his reach, I want to just stay away from his reach. That's it.
Good call. Lady Virus is going to. Man, she is really. George, why don't you give us another spell pen for her? 1d20 plus 7.
Sure. Okay.
Let's see if it gets through.
Oh, nope.
No. So she, whatever spell she tried to cast, disapparates around the thing. Alisha, okay. This has thrown its worst mental punch at you, and you're still standing. What are you doing?
Well, I don't have any more Smite Evil, but I'm going to smack it anyways.
Okay. So you have to step in once again.
Yep. Take your swing.
Jack dice. 20 on the nose. You're just keeping under this thing as you go in. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Learn from the first attacks.
Yeah.
Right.
So
this thing is not used to fighting undead in alleyways and abandoned shops. And
I think she's going to take 3 points of power attack.
I love it.
So -2 to hit.
No,
+3.
Yeah, -2 and +3 to damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. What is this AC?
Nice.
Oh, I rolled a 1 on the damage.
So that's actually. God. Oh man. That just barely misses. Would you like to astonish unfortunate?
A 15? Yeah, I'm gonna astonish unfortunate.
Yeah, do you mind do it? Yeah.
Yeah,
on.
why not?
So go ahead and so -2 to hit, +3 to damage. I will absolutely not rub it in by noting that you only missed by 2.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Oh,
Look at that.
Add more damage.
Wham.
And more damage. Awesome.
All right. You splinter part of that carapace that keeps its brain protected.
The hunter will prevail.
Okay, then it is this thing's turn. All right, so then I think what it's going to do is activate.
Come at me, bro.
I think it will. I don't even think I have to say anything.
Yeah, I probably don't need to egg it on. Come at me, bro.
Problem with this kind of creature is that like one thing goes wrong and we're dead.
Oh man, like that save! Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Oh, and I get 3 points of healing from my font.
Oh yes, yeah, you do.
That's right.
So what happens is this thing, as a standard action, there's a pulse that starts right from the tip of its brain, and then this whole body seems to become translucent and diaphanous the way that cheesecloth is. And then this thing you get an attack of opportunity.
Nice.
Alisha, because it's not stepping, so go ahead and make your attack.
I'm gonna power attack again.
Hell yes.
Cool.
Come on.
Oh,
You want to astonish fortune that?
yeah.
Awesome.
Come on, let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Nat 20, baby! Look at that! Holy shit! So here's the downside, though. As you pass through this thing, it has a different kind of damage resistance in this form. So it tears through this thing, but does not seem to have any effect on it. And I'll put the... Yeah, here we go. That little web thing on it to show that it is in ectoplasmic form. What this thing then does is it lurches back, and it... I think can just out the door? Here we go. Ectoplasmic. There we go. So it drifts past you and into the series of closed doors, and it seems to like seep through the crack in the door. And you hear in your mind, Alisha,
"This is not over, Paladin."
And it disappears into that room. Bucharab, what are you doing?
Can I use a use of my dark knowledge to figure out what kind of, because it changed its ability to resist damage.
Do you have spellcraft?
I'm sure I do. Let's see. Skills.
These first, go give us a spellcraft roll.
Okay, here we go. 25.
Holy fuck! This is it is a one of the relatively common powers of the invisible art. You transform yourself into this form, and it is, unless you are using the invisible art on it, it is extraordinarily resistant to mundane damage.
Okay.
Okay, so this thing is faded like Ghostbusters style through and into the other room. So that wouldn't be... Bass has a move action, but I think you've already got the bonus, so don't worry about that. What would you like to do?
Okay. So do I know how long they can stay in that form or
Definitely, yeah. You're talking minutes. It's probably the same duration as like what your aligned weapon has.
Okay.
And from the brief resistance that you felt to your spells, this thing is most certainly more powerful than yourself or Lady Virus.
Okay. Interesting. I guess we should pursue this thing, Alisha.
Yes. Or,
right,
yes.
so-
Sorry. She sounds like Droon for a second. I'm like, well,
It sounded like Vargosh. Yes.
I'll use my standard action then to take a move.
Okay.
To start heading in its direction.
So you move into the corridor.
Following it.
Lady Virus is going to get up and go over to her husband. Alisha, what are you doing?
Alicia yells, Virus, what's in that room? What's back there? And then she starts heading, following Bucharab.
Okay, so you guys are both in kind of the main corridor right now. You could probably be closer to the door this thing went through. And she croaks out, the library.
Words have power.
You still have like a standard action or a move action, Alisha?
Can I use my standard to move again?
Yeah, but the door's closed though, and you got your hands full.
I'll smash it down.
This is not the kind of... It's an interior door in a noble estate. You're going to damage the door for sure, but you're not like Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
okay. So then...
Do you want to... Dave, do you want to... I think this is how I can play so many editions. Is it possible to ready an action for me to open the door when it's my turn, and then you could...
Yes.
Do something?
Okay. Yeah, if you want to...
If you want.
You get the door, I'll charge through. So I'll...
Very well.
Wait for Bucharab.
Okay. So then something happens on this thing's turn. Bucharab, what are you doing?
All right, so I will move up to the door now, and I will open it with my standard action.
Okay. She opened it up, and it's not an elaborate library you find in here, but it is crammed full of tomes taken from all across the Flanace.
Oh. Hope I don't get distracted.
What you... Yeah, you're like, oh. What is not in here, though,
Yeah.
is any sign of the cerebrolith.
Oh, no.
George has had enough.
I'm like, that's it, I'm out of here.
That's it, fuck this.
Just let the dog into the...
Oh, yeah. One of
At the door.
Dave, just to give you an idea, a good wooden door has a hardness of 5 and 15 hit points.
Oh, so you would be like 3 or 4 smacks to get through it.
Yeah. You definitely could get through it. And then like to bust through it would be a DC 18 strength check.
Okay. No, either way is
for reference. But yeah, what Bucharab, would you give us a spot check, please?
Yes. Okay, spot. I'm not great at this, just so you know, unless there's an incorporeal element to it. 11.
Oh, there would be, because this would be with ectoplasm. 15. Okay. 15. So you get in, and what you can see stained on the carpet on the floor. My vengeance is eternal. Written in common in this disgusting goo. And then, Lady Alisha, you could run in. And there is nothing in here. Except for those words promising vengeance.
Huh. Sounds like we're making another trip to Alicia's past.
And this time I will hold on to my printed character sheets.
So in the aftermath of this, Lord Browthis, is dead.
Yeah.
The Inquisition. Let me move us back to actually our main screen here. Lord Ruthus is dead, but Lady Virus survived. And now knowing of the archivists is most certainly eager to be an ally for what ways she can help. Not only because of you saving her life, but also she is a diviner, and there is a particular professional interest she has in knowledge. When you have an opportunity to go through the rest of the materials left behind by the various members of this Black Brotherhood, there does not appear to be anything else connecting them. It seems as if the entire household, other than Lord Odwin and Lady Odwin, were aligned with the Black Brotherhood. A diviner who could not see what was happening in her own home. Yep. The Inquisition, however, it does find itself in a bit of a position now, because Bucharab has no protector. So when Brother Estwood meets with you, Bucharab, you can imagine you are back at that abandoned place nearby. Alisha is waiting outside, and Brother Estwood asks for your assessment of this young paladin.
I think Bucharab thinks about it, and then, like he's pondering and like putting it all together in his mind, and Al just goes, she's great. Like, I was being dramatic. Yes, she has displayed acts of great courage and excellent tactics in the face of fighting creatures of various persuasions. I believe she would make an excellent protector for other archivists or for myself. In fact, I would actually humbly request that she continue to be my protector going forward.
He nods, but says nothing. He then calls Alisha in. You haven't heard any of this conversation, but you find yourself in that same place you were several nights, a week or so earlier now. You have returned to your soldierly duties in the past couple of days, and then how did Alisha feel when she saw that note slip under her door once again? Oh, you're still muted, Dave.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better, yeah.
Initially, there was some apprehension because she wasn't sure if she wanted to be aligned with the Inquisition, or she wasn't sure if she was being called to bear witness on somebody. But now that she sees that some kind of the work that the Inquisition can do compared to just rooting out some zombies in a couple of houses or something, it seems like there could be more potential there to do good.
So then, when you are brought in, you can see Bucharab, Al, and Brother Estwood are in here once again. And what Brother Estwood says is, Alisha, you've proven yourself to be a more than capable soldier. Do you think yourself able to be a hunter? And if you have any confusion, you would look over at Bucharab. Bucharab has a eager expression on his face, it seems. You would know that he seems to be hoping for one answer or another.
She says, if I can bring more good to the world than doing what I'm doing now, yes. I believe so.
Then we bring to an end our two-part adventure, the Hallowed Hunters. So,
nice.
You guys, I think, would probably gain a level from that. So
awesome.
We'll have to figure out what you're going to do with your next level, because it's 3E, so you can take whatever the fuck you want with it. But that will bring us to the end of this. Yeah, Dave. Justify a purchase.
Yep, justify a purchase. Complete divide.
Then, in the interim, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 2 of our 3.5, which was to be a 1-shot, now a 2-shot, now perhaps something more. We will be back, I suspect, in the time before for another Night Below war story at some point, and we will let you know when that is coming. But in the interim, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the Night Below campaign in general, war stories or otherwise, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There is also a link down below in the description of this video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, and we have channels there dedicated to this game, this campaign, and every other game we run on the channel. I'll be posting versions of... Oh, I already did that, actually. In our I think in both the Night Below campaign and in the 3.5 channel, I've posted the characters that we played today. So if you want to see what their stats look like, you are more than welcome to find those there. There's also a ton of other channels dedicated to most other versions of D&D, as well as every campaign, for the most part, we run on the channel. A ton of great people over there. You are more than welcome to join us over there. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games, who have helped me and Dave and George fill some of our 3.5 collection. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America, including D&D 3.5. They have not only an amazing selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they have something listed in their catalog that is not in stock, you can put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code FALLMUSER, all caps, all one word, at checkout, and you'll save yourself 10% on the purchase. That the code is listed down below in the description of the video. And if you're listening to this at a time after January 15, 2024, check out one of our more recent videos and you'll find what the current discount code is. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel that benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really incredible organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in Washington. You know, it's not depressing, but it is really a sad state of things that there are so many places that are active at the time of recording. So just suffice it to say, if you want to learn a lot about what SOS Children's Villages International does, you can follow that link and find that information. And if you make a donation, none of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. The last thing I will say is a enormous thank you once again to Dave and George. I can't tell you how much fun I had prepping and running the first session of this, and I was so much so I was genuinely worried about pressing it too much in case you guys didn't want to play again, because I fucking loved running this adventure, and I got to check off Cerebrolith from the list of monsters I have so wanted to get to the table. That damage roll and that save made it absolutely fucking worth it, Dave. So congratulations for making this first time I get to use a Cerebrolith such a great fucking encounter.
It was awesome. It was scary and awesome.
It was, yeah, what a great monster. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that the psychic powers don't attract attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
Terrifying punches.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Then, for those listening at home, again, thank you so much for joining us for this part 2 of our one-shot. I've reorganized this as well. I'm not sure when you might be watching this. If you're watching this as part of our regular Night Below campaign, I have now set these up back-to-back so you can see where they are in the regular order. They also have a separate playlist for any time we go and play Night Below 3.5 sessions. So if you want to see those, that playlist will be there when we return to the D&D 3.5. Last thing I'll say, once again, another huge thank you to Dave and George for not only letting us shed some light on Alisha's past, but also bringing to life one of the important characters in Alisha's pre-regular campaign life too, George. So thanks to both of you guys for making this such a fucking joy to run. So for those listening at home, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our hallowed hunters are uncovering in the dark streets and the fine houses of Threshold. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.
See ya.